That surprise witness. I love you. I just saw what you said. And he said that you live right around here in Philadelphia. I want to do an interview with you.
So I saw a video of you and people characterize it as ranting and raving and whatever. But what you said in this...
When you've been through what I've been through, yes, it is a rant because I have a lot to say. But I don't know anything about this free BAM movement whatsoever. And because I couldn't have the interweb, this chick knows a lot of information. Jack Tillery said, bam, she lives in Philadelphia. I'm like, what? Get a hold of her then. I'll be on my way. It was a ruse to get Lima and Jesse Ray and Brandon Cliff. They came in for an intervention at the shaman's house. He does not want his address one bit to be shared. It was so rude what they did. And my mom was like, Bam, I had nothing to do with it. You had everything to do with it. You fucking made her change the flight because you knew they were coming. What you have is big news because I could have done an interview with you and we could have talked, but you have fucking proof of everything.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to That Surprise Podcast, a show I actually just created and might literally never do again. So many things have been going on the last week that it is difficult to even sort through and process my own self. So I'll try to keep it short, and over the course of the next few weeks, I will be releasing more information about all the shenanigans and fiascos that have taken place in the last week. This is an active and ongoing story, so I am sure that there will also be additional updates to provide in the coming weeks. I do have some notes here that I'm going to be referencing because I want to make sure that I cover some of these points. Almost exactly a week ago, so Sunday, April 16th, 2023, I was doing my meal prep, minding my business, spinning around in my yard, enjoying the beautiful day. And I come inside, I look at my phone, and I noticed that 13 minutes prior, Bam Margera on his alternate account had posted a video about me. He said he loved me, he had seen something that I had said, and he wanted to interview with me. By that night, Sunday, April 16th, 2023, Bam was at my house. I was wholly unprepared to do a podcast interview with Bam Margera, to say the least. But I did have about 2 hours or so to prepare. And so what you're going to see in this podcast is what we could come up with. I tried my best. I did my best. And I really wanted to give Bam a voice so that he could just say what he thought. Bam was brought to my house by two people in a white car. I walked outside to greet him when he came, and he walked up alone, and the other two people stayed at the car. It was a man and a woman. When he walked up to me, he was not carrying any cup, any drink, anything like that. And from what I could tell in my estimation of just meeting him for the very first time, he didn't seem to be under the influence of anything. In my opinion, I'm not an expert. I truly can't speak to what, if anything, was going on with that. But I will say, in my opinion, he seemed coherent. He definitely was able to hold conversation. He was charismatic, funny. It didn't seem like he was on any substances to me. I really don't know, though. But he certainly was not holding any cup or bottle or anything like that when he walked up to me. So something else that Bam kept reiterating over and over and over and over again was that he had never heard of me until that day. He had never seen any of my content until that day. And as soon as he saw it, he wanted to meet up. I don't know if that's true, but that is what Bam said. So I just want to be very clear about that. I don't know what, if anything, in this interview that you're about to watch is true. I'm not here to determine what's true or not true in this particular case. In this particular video, I just wanted Bam to be able to say what he wanted to say, but I'm not vouching for it as facts. I don't know. I obviously have not had time to investigate any of his allegations or accusations as of yet. And I want to address a couple points that I know people are going to have questions and comments about before we get started. Unfortunately, Bam is back to drinking again. And by the time we did sit down and start the interview, someone did bring him a cup. And in that cup, I am assuming it was alcohol. I do not know what alcohol was in the cup. And I have seen people giving a little bit of criticism saying BJ, me, should not have interviewed Bam if she knew he was drinking. I appreciate the criticism and I appreciate your concern and your opinion. It's just not my opinion. I believe that journalism is about the truth. And the truth is that on the night of April 16th, 2023, Bam Margera was drinking. I saw a couple of people say, and again, I respect their opinions, that I should have waited until Bam was sober or until Bam was no longer drinking or until he had recovered or was in active recovery from alcohol before I interviewed him. He publicly asked me to interview him. And quite frankly, I have no idea when or if ever again I would ever be able to speak with him. It's no secret that Bam has been, according to him, locked up against his will with no access to a phone or internet or any outside communication for the greater majority of the last 2 years. So for those reasons, I made the decision to go ahead and interview Bam on April 16th, 2023. What you are about to see is that interaction. To be honest, I was nervous. I'm nervous even recording this right now because since that interview, people close to Bam, including blood relatives, have made horrendous and inappropriate accusations about and toward me, including Bam's own brother insinuating or questioning whether I provided Bam with illegal substances. Let the record reflect, I did absolutely no such thing, and I would never, ever do such a thing. So I went back and forth on whether to even show y'all the parts of the interview where Bam was drinking because of these ridiculous and stupid allegations against me. I feel like it would be hypocritical of me to not include the full truth. About 30 or 60 seconds of total footage has been deleted from this interview for reasons that I can divulge later, but I'm not at liberty to discuss them right now. Now, after this interview that y'all are about to see, Bam did come back to my house one more time where we sat for 2 additional sessions of interviews. So total, there will be 3 of these podcast style interview episodes that will come out about Bam Margera. Bam in these interviews was saying that he wanted to come for 10 sessions, but as of right now, I know for sure that these 3 exist, they have been recorded, and they will be coming out. In this interview, I did the best that I could. Upon rewatching the interview, there are things that I wish I had done differently. There are things I will do differently if I have the opportunity to interview anybody else, but it's not really on my radar right now. This is what you get. I mean, this is the best I could do with the very little prep that I was allowed. Without further ado, what you're going to watch now is that first interview from that very first night. Facts and defamation, love you, Mina. Bye. That's what I heard. Oh, this is Silly Little Maniac. Funny story. That's what your brother called me. Yes, I've seen the videos from the Silly Little Maniac. She has no idea what she's talking about.
I don't know.
So I sold stickers that said Silly Little Maniac for the free Bam cause.
Can you both give me 3 claps?
Yeah. Should I rock them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, hold this
yes.
one. We just broke the internet with that one. Whoo, the Reddit forums are gonna not know what to do. Here, do you need more?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Bam Margera, the man, the myth, the legend, in my humble abode, That Surprise Witness BJ Investigates Studios Productions, right here where it all happens. This is pretty surreal to actually have you in this room. I kept kind of thinking like, oh, it's not going to happen. We're not going to be, something's going to happen. It's not, Lima's going to show up with some cops, some crazy shit. But Bam Margera is here. As of right now, no cops. So thank you for being here, Bam.
Well, you're welcome, but I've been put away for like 1.5 years with no internet, no music. No, do you know that I'd use my every time? Like I couldn't even use it for, but I'm just saying. I had no music, no interweb, no nothing for 1.5 years. As soon as I got out, I was like outside of the Starbucks with my buddy. I was like, I can't believe this. And I went to the beach. I was like, the beach. Like, I've been locked up. So
what happened when you would try to leave?
When I would try to leave, Well, then I get Baker acted again.
So it was all in Florida this was happening.
Yeah, it's called the Florida Shuffle.
So let's rewind a little bit.
And I am the definition of the Florida Shuffle because the judge said they've never seen anybody get shuffled this hard. I got shuffled 11 times, 90 days, 90 days, 90 days, 90 days.
And what would happen right toward the end of your
$1,300
90
every
days?
night. Can you flip this coin? If it lands on heads, it's tell the truth day, say whatever I want day. And if it lands on tails, then there's certain things like I'm not allowed to talk about.
I gotta flip the coin.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's gone. It's on. Oh, it's on heads. Look at that.
Yeah, but you have to flip it and everything. Oh, you just did?
Just flip it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it flipped. It's heads.
Just go like this and make it land on this.
Tails.
heads.
Oh,
All right,
yeah, it's
so
heads. Wait,
now
let me
with
take
all
a
these
picture.
files,
Was it really heads?
Well, yeah. You want it?
It is heads. Heads.
All these files she has that I have not seen before.
What do you think of that?
I've been here for like 4 hours now, and I said we can't start the interview yet until I read some of these things.
Okay, so
You
what do you
have it
want to do? We have the.
I don't know where to start. There's too much to talk about.
Let's talk about the Arizona conservatorship.
All right, let's go.
Here you go.
What do you want me to do?
You
Rita?
can look at any
It's
of
gonna
it.
take forever.
Well, so I got time.
Well, how about you just ask me a question and I'll answer it.
How did in Arizona? Okay, so I saw a video of you, and people characterized it as ranting and raving and whatever. But what you said in this,
When you've been through what I've been through, yes, it is a rant because I have a lot to say. But I don't know anything about this free band movement whatsoever. And because I couldn't have the interweb, so I just didn't ever care to look. But somebody showed me today at Carrie Getz' house, who lives in Cherry Hill, which is, I didn't know where you lived, but I was like, this chick knows a lot of information.
what was it that you heard that you
Jack
were like,
Tillery
this is it?
said, Jack Tillery said, bam, she lives in Philadelphia. I'm like, what? Get a hold of her then.
I spoke
I'll
to
be on
him
my way.
today.
Yeah.
So what did you hear me say today in the clip that you were like, wait, there's something here I need to know? What do you remember? What piece of information you were like?
It doesn't matter what information
You
it
don't
is.
remember?
Is what it was. Yeah, I remember everything. But is what it was when I say certain things, you have an editor zoom into your face and be like, which means that like you know what I'm saying.
I think I do.
Yeah.
So
But
you
you're on
don't,
my level.
So you don't really know anything about the free band movement. I've heard you say that.
I know nothing about it at all.
What happens when you've tried to find stuff out about it?
I never have. I don't care.
You don't care.
No.
It hasn't really been on your radar. Really.
No, but I'll tell you anything. If you ask me a question about anything that happened, I'll tell you about it. But, I've never cared enough to.
So
There's so much fun body cam footage of me the police and being arrested for no fucking reason
There's
and all
a
this
lot.
shit that,
there is a lot of body camera.
I have
Have you
more
seen any
lawsuits
of
than
that?
Puff Daddy, I can tell you that.
Have you seen any of the lawsuit? I mean, have you seen any of the body camera footage?
No.
None of it.
No.
So tell me about which body camera footage I do not have is the Arizona arrest.
That was phenomenal. But what was very funny is when I got arrested at a Thai restaurant, they handcuffed me, they broke my hand, it's still broken. Look at that finger.
It
Finger's
looks rough.
broken as
Put it up to the camera.
yeah, and this is broken right here as well.
How'd that happen?
They handcuffed the shit out of me for no reason.
So I did see some footage of you at the Thai restaurant from the inside.
Yeah.
And it looks like you were being a little bit aggressive, some might say.
Well, I was larried up.
What does that mean?
It means I went to Chris Siegel's house. I was at the Roosevelt, and it was 2 a.m. I was like, I should probably go to bed. He's like, no, let's go over my house. I'm like, nah, I should probably go to bed. He's like, no, let's go over my house. So I went over to his house, had a few more White Claws, and then it's time to meet Phoenix again when we just had a phenomenal day together. Mm-hmm. Phenomenal day. Nikki met me at the barracks with Phoenix. It was phenomenal. And then I took Phoenix, which is a funny story about I take care of this 8-year-old girl named she was born in but she's mine. I live with her. Mm-hmm. So she was like, better not be there. She was upstairs at the barracks playing with Legos, but she really wanted to be downstairs skateboarding, and she really wanted to meet Phoenix. So after I talked to Nikki for a little bit, and an hour went by, I'm like, you know what? I just got this brand new ring from the shaman. It says in Arabic, tell the truth, patience, patience. So I was like, Nikki, I got to say, I know you didn't want to be here, but she's upstairs playing Legos because I paid Destin Dern $400 to drive to follow me deliver the car that you always wanted, that you made me wait 4 hours in Burbank for, which was very embarrassing and very frustrating and very rude. Finally, Destin's girlfriend babysits when Jessica's at work. So Jessica was at work, and then so I'm like, so Destin and his girlfriend drove me up here. They followed me to give you this car. Now I have to go back with them, but she had to babysit. So goes upstairs. She really wants to meet Phoenix. She's like, well, okay, fine. They hit it off. I've seen Phoenix like have play dates, and they have fun, but Phoenix were like two peas in a pod. I've never seen anything like it. And we're skipping down the street on Hollywood Boulevard, like 1, 2, 3 and jump. 1, 2, 3 and jump.
I saw that video.
I turn around and Nikki just has this resting
holding
bitch
her
face.
cheetah cardigan.
And I go, what is the problem, Nikki? And she goes, it's just one big happy family. I'm like, well, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
You want to be one big miserable family? What the
Yes,
fuck?
she does clearly.
No, it's just it's just one big happy family. I thought, I'm like, well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. Some people just thrive in chaos. They just need it.
I feel like if you think that I've been scorned, I've been betrayed, I've been backstabbed. I can't even sleep on my back because there's been so many knives in it.
You know what I noticed about Nikki, and I don't know if you noticed this, I'm sure you did, but it's always right at the same time you're getting a restraining order put on you or you're getting put in another guardianship. She's filing shit across the country in California on Phoenix. That's happened twice.
Right.
She filed for custody and child support one single day before Lima filed to put you in a guardianship.
Well, she's been
Across
brainwashed
the
by her
country.
brother Warren, and I told her, when I get out of here in Florida, I've been here for I've been for a year and a half, $1,300 a night, $660,000 that your brother has a signature on, the Baker Act, that put me here. She goes, it must have been forged. I'm like, it wasn't forged, but whatever. And then I'm like, look, when I get out, I will move to anywhere on the planet with you except Los Angeles.
I have those papers who signed them, actually.
So after 3 months, I go, I'll pay for your place. I'm like, I got a place. Oh, congratulations. Where? She goes, Burbank. I'm like, Nikki.
You told her you didn't like Burbank.
Burbank is Los Angeles. Van Nuys is Los Angeles. Santa Monica is Los Angeles. Culver City is Los Angeles. Boyle Heights is Los Angeles. It's all Los Angeles. You move to where I can't go, and it's right next to your brother. You pick your brother over me. I'm leaving. Goodbye. And every time she sees me with a cute girl, she's like, you probably f***ed her, didn't you? And I didn't. And I'm like, no, I didn't. You probably if you keep telling me that I f***ed her 13 times and I'm going to go do it because we keep getting blamed for it, then I'm going to go do it.
Yeah,
So finally
I heard
I
you
fly
say
in
that
Jessica
too.
from Milwaukee. And she's like, you flew in a girl from Milwaukee and you're taking her 8-year-old to Disneyland? I'm like, yeah. She's like, did you fuck her? I'm like, yeah. She's like, what? You did? I'm like, yeah. She's like, how many times? Like once or twice? I'm like, no, like 1,300 or 14 billion. I can't even count anymore.
These are all of the different times with police reports. Right here, I have a Stephen B. Timmer one. This one's actually
That
from...
Stephen Timmer.
So here's...
Oh my God.
I have the police call, too.
I might get
I have the
overwhelmed
call.
right now.
Do you want to hear the call of Stephen Timmer? The 911 call?
Stephen Timmer was such a drunk piece of shit that he decided to get sober, and then he wanted to be an interventionist, and
You know
he
who
found
got
out how
this
much
bar?
money I have, and they said at the court of the judge said, this is his 9th extension of the Baker Act. This is the most of a Florida shuffle that we've ever seen in ever. So then Steve Timmer transferred it from Pinellas County to some other county in Jupiter.
It was
Florida.
in Hillsborough first, and then it went to
So a new
Pinellas.
Jupiter judge didn't know about the 9. She thought it was the first. So then I had to do it again.
Because she didn't know about it.
Right.
This is
But
starting
the judge,
to add
the girl
up.
in the Pinellas County, the judge was like, this, look, he gets out on July 17th and that is that, and I don't give a f*** anymore.
Yes, I was heavily involved in Free BAM at that time.
He's
and
getting
that's-
out. I don't care if he jumped the wall and whatever. He's getting out. This is the 9th time of an extension. This is the most Florida shuffle we've ever shuffled with anybody.
So how do you feel about all of that?
I feel like I want to knock Steve Timmer out because I did 90 days at, it's called the Refuge in Ocala National Forest, and I had 88 days. I had like 2 days left. I flicked a cigarette out into
You
a
were trying
bush.
to burn down the endangered forest.
They filmed the bush smoking like any cigarette would. It was not on fire, but because it's in Ocala National Forest, it was a bush in the field and they said I could have lit the whole national forest on fire. There is no way, if it was on fire, which it wasn't, could catch onto the forest. So I had to do another 90 days at another place. So then I went to Life Skills, and then is what I did there was, they say this, I did 85 days. I had 5 days left. I would have been out. Steve Timmer goes, boom, you've been rocking the same shorts for like 8 days now. I'm like, yeah, so what? He's like, well, that's bad hygiene. I'm like, I'm not trying to get any pussy around here. I don't give a f. And plus, I jump in the pool. So, they're washed kind of.
How long had you been wearing the pants?
These pants?
No, the ones that
Those
you
8
allegedly.
days.
Yeah, so he was like, you've been wearing the same pants for 8 days, so you have to go for 90 more days
Because of bad
what?
hygiene. Because of bad hygiene.
And Steven Timmer's the one that made that call, not the facility.
Well, guess what? I've been wearing these pants for 33 days.
Somebody call the police. This man is bad at hygiene.
Oh, should I get back to? Should I go back to treatment?
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. And this shirt I've been wearing for 45 days.
I saw a comment on one of your posts today. Somebody said, "Do you have any other shirts?" So maybe you could answer that question.
Well,
No, he's been wearing that one 40 days.
shirt given to me by Danny Way, and I'm not going to take it off because it fits me perfect, and I don't give a. But if you have a washing machine, I'll take off my shirt after this interview. You can wash it, and I'll put it back on.
You're more than welcome to my washing machine.
That'd be very kind.
Mi casa es su casa, as they say somewhere.
I like that.
Oh, we got our handshake. Oh, man. Take that, haters. So tell me about what happened in Arizona. I saw a video said you got knocked over the head with a bottle. That's true?
Yeah.
All right. 100%. Tell me about that.
All right. So, this is so funny. So, surprise, surprise, I'm in Sarasota, and it's my brother with Joe DeVito from MTV who did all the Viva La Bam stuff.
Okay.
The producer.
DeVito.
Joe DeVito.
Oh, DeVito. Okay.
So I meet them right near the airport bar. They get a gin and tonic, so do I. We start chit-chatting, and then they say, Bam, we want you to go to a treatment center. I'm like, well, you're drinking right now. And as a matter of fact, I showed up at Aunt Missy's house on 12 White Claws when I showed up, and she's narrowed it down to now 2.
This is about June 2001.
Yeah, and so I was there for about 3 weeks.
And
12
Tremaine
to
had
2.
just put a restraining order out on you. Just now.
Yeah, because I said I was burning his house down.
Were you going to burn his house down?
No, it's just saying I'm mad at you.
It's like when you said I'm going to jump
How
off
can
a
I burn
bridge.
your house down if I'm in Florida and you live in Los Angeles?
That's the question I'm wondering.
Well, he's such a pussy that he had to file a restraining order.
Well, see, my
He's such a
conspiracy
pussy
theory-
that everybody could get with on the Jackass set at any given moment,
Any
even
moment.
during lunchtime.
Yeah.
But you have to sign a contract that says Jeff can't because he's the director. So get hurt in action. Ow, I got bitten by a shark by you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Get hurt in action, you. Get hurt action, get hurt action. Let me collect all the money.
So here's my conspiracy theory.
yeah.
It's a total conspiracy theory, okay?
Maybe it isn't.
Well, here we are. You'd let me know. I kind of think it's possible that people, Jeff Tremaine in particular, did this restraining order thing because they knew that just a couple days later, somebody named, I don't know, possibly Lima Yevrimovich, maybe somebody else, was going to be having these papers ready, signed, sealed, and ready to go to say, look how unhinged this crazy person is. Look, he's a crazy reality star and he has schizophrenia. And look, he's threatening little girls. And doesn't that just give them a lot of ammo to use against you in this Arizona thing just a week later or whatever?
It's just about...
I'm just a crazy conspiracy
if you
theorist.
call and file a random complaint quickly and it's on document, so now if I'm ever in front of a court with a judge, then they're going to see just a laundry list of things that are nonsense, but it looks like a whole bunch of stuff.
And that's what I've been decoding.
Look at what he's done. He did this, that, and the other thing, and the other thing, the other thing, the other thing.
He's crazy.
And he's so crazy.
He's unhinged. I'm scared for my life.
And you know what? If everybody who comes up to you and they say, hey, BJ, how you doing? You're like, I'm good. Really? Is that what you want to keep telling yourself?
Yeah.
You want to keep telling yourself that? No, I'm actually doing good. Is that what you want to keep telling yourself? If everybody keeps doing that, you're going to either be like, get the fuck away from me, or you're going to get confused.
It would make me feel like I was going crazy, even though I knew I wasn't.
I was. And especially because I was on 18 different medications from Paramount, or not Paramount, Dick House, because they're dick heads.
Yeah.
And it goes on and on. Bipropion, propanolol, trazodone, Seroquel, lithium.
Did you
I
find
was
that any
a
of that was
fucking
helping
zombie.
you?
Hell no, I was a zombie.
None
I couldn't
of
even
it.
f my own wife. I was going bald. I was getting fat because of weight gain. Stiff muscles. I couldn't skateboard. I couldn't do anything fun. If I woke up, it was to go to the refrigerator and eat or fall asleep again. I was a zombie. And I don't know why, but they also made it a contract that I can't leave the state of Pennsylvania. I live on the border of Delaware, 1 mile
Right.
away. It's tax-free shopping. That's where I go grocery shopping.
Right.
So technically, if I went grocery shopping in Delaware, I broke my contract and I can't get the millions that I
And
get.
you also couldn't go to like your Comic-Con appearances. Like they
Right.
were kind of restricting your way to even make
And
money.
they made me pay for it all. So if you want me to pay 90 grand for wavelengths, then I have to do that. If you want me to pay $800 a session for the therapist twice a week, I got to pay for that. $800 for neurofeedback. All this medication from Heather Hayes from Atlanta, doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and then Michael. Then they would.
Why
then,
were you
then-
having to pay Heather Hayes? Didn't she like
then
a
I had to pay nine.
transportation?
Then Paramount would take $9 grand off of my salary a month of all this doctor bullshit. So and every day my phone would randomly beep 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 beep. If I was camping with my son and it beeps, I gotta cancel. I gotta cancel the camping trip. I gotta go to an urgent care and piss and see if it's hot.
Right.
I had to breathe into a Soberlink 3 times a day, and if I'm late, then they would usually get pissed, but I would do it.
So all this was going
One
on.
time I blew 0001 or whatever, and they're like, "Ben, what the fuck, you're 001?" And they're like, "What's that in the background?" I'm like, "That? Well, that's a kombucha." They're like, "Oh, kombucha, that could set it off." I'm like, "So now I can't have a kombucha?"
all
They
this
tortured me, and they didn't know that COVID would happen. So they thought we were going to film the movie right away, and then COVID
Yeah.
just automatically happened, and they're all thinking, like, we'll be filming in a week. All right, we'll be filming in
So
2
were
weeks.
you
We'll be
working
filming in
on
3.
a
I waited 2 years doing their bullshit that I stopped doing it because I was like, what's the point of getting $5 million if I'm 6 feet in the ground?
right.
I'll
yeah.
be dead, so what do I care?
Right.
That's why I want to fuck Knoxville up. I see red. You get into a ring with me, I now will fuck you up. Jeff Tremaine's too much of a pussy to get into the ring.
So you have double dog dare, Johnny Knoxville.
Boxing gloves are
Publicly.
pointless. Ding, ding, ding. You're over with.
Would you do it with the boxing gloves?
It's
If that was the
pointless. It's a
only way?
waste of time. There's no pads. You're dead.
I don't want to be dead.
No
Mr.
pads.
Margera.
No pads. Yeah, you.
You scaring me. I'm getting scared.
Not you. Yeah.
So all this was going on with the checking in and what was that man's name? The one you were checking in with.
I ain't no wizard. What are you talking about? What
There
man?
was a man who was in charge. I got
Checking
his
in to
name
where?
somewhere. When you were in that wellness agreement.
Wellness agreement.
Whenever Johnny Knoxville, Jeff Tremaine, and the other one, Spike or whoever, came to your rehab and were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
sign this. And you were like, I don't want to sign.
So
What
I'm,
do you mean?
I'm like so in debt with this shit, and then they find out that I went to Rhode Island on a sober road trip with Novak and Andy Roy, and then I tested positive for Adderall because I was a zombie with all this 18 medications. So because I tested positive for Adderall and I was in Rhode Island, now I'm out of state on Adderall. I just go back into a rehab that I paid for. And then they decided I'm not going to be in the movie anymore. It was just, it's the definition of f***ing torture.
It seemed like it. That was the first thing I saw that made me think, I didn't really watch Jackass and stuff. I was like a little bit more of a girly girl and all that. So I had obviously you couldn't really be alive and not know what Jackass was. It was a
Well,
cultural
because Jeff
phenomenon.
Tremaine lives in Los Angeles, he does all the MTV meetings, so he can make all these side deals because I've seen me do it with Viva La Band. So when he's there, he makes all these. When me and him, he used CKY 1 and 2 to create Jackass with a bit of.
He did.
So when it's an MTV special, what created Jackass? Big brother. And then there's 2 minutes of CKY. It's like, you motherfucker. If you even get me in a ring with Jeff Tremaine, it would go like this. Ding, you're dead. I don't have to touch
Yeah,
him.
he looks like a little soft.
Ding, you're dead. Knoxville, you're done. Knoxville, you're done. Tremaine, ding, you're just done.
In the ring.
In the
only.
ring. With no boxing gloves because I don't have time for that.
I think you're going to have to do boxing gloves if you get him in the
He's
ring.
too much of a. Even if Conor McGregor said, I have $40 million for you to step in the ring with Bam Margera, he will still be, he'll probably go break his hand and be like, well, I got a broken hand. What am I supposed to do now?
Conor McGregor?
No. Knoxville would be like, shit.
Oh.
Well, I would do it, but I got a broken ass hand. Yeah, because you put a brick on it real quick.
So tell me about what happened in Arizona.
So,
You got hit in the head with a bottle?
well,
How'd
let
that
me
lead
get
up
there.
to that?
So, like I was talking about Jess, my brother, showing up in Florida with Joe DeVito. They said, Bam, you should go to rehab. I'm like, but I'm down to 2 White Claws. I was on 12, but Aunt Missy got me down to 2. So I'm good. And then they're like, dude, if you go to this rehab, Iggy Pop wants to do an interview with Nikki Sixx, followed by, I'm like, really? Billy Idol? What? Really? All right, you know what? That sounds like a good deal. So I get there, and now it's, what do you call it? Like, one of those holidays, it starts with an M.
I don't know.
Memorial Day.
Oh,
at
Memorial
Scottsdale.
Day.
So it's
Day
going
was
off the
Memorial
hook.
Day, yes.
So now there's bitches in bikinis all over the place walking around. I'm like, DeVito, Jess, we got to have one night out before I do this. Like, all right, yeah, let's do it. So we have one night out. Shot. They're getting loaded too, just like me. And then we wind up at a strip club. And I met this girl. I said, no, we met her at the pool party. And she's like, I'm a stripper. I'm like, you are? Rock and roll. Where at? And she's like, Alaska something. I'm like, Alaska something. All right. I'll come and visit you because you're working at 8. If you have purple lingerie, then blah, 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 blah. She's like, I'll wear purple lingerie, this, that, and the other thing. I'm like, all right, we're going. So then we get there. And then at this point, she's like, I have this boat and I want to take you out on it in the morning. I'm like, cool. I'm supposed to go to rehab in the morning, but I'll do the boat and then I'll go to rehab. All right, cool. So the next morning I go on I tell DeVito and Jess, I'm like, Jess, DeVito, I agreed to go in, but she's going to take me out on this boat and I love boats. She got a speedboat and I'm doing it. And you two are welcome as well, but that's what I'm going to do. They're like, bam, it's time to go. I'm like, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm definitely going with her. And Nikki probably thinks I fucked her on the boat. No, I just like the boat. And it happened to be a stripper, whatever. But because that happened, DeVito was like, you need to turn around. And I'm with the stripper in the car, and they're trying to make me turn around. And then he's like, turn around now. And the stripper goes to listen to him, and I just take the wheel, and I go, nope, we're going this way. They tried to say I grabbed the wheel, and it was a high-speed fucking big donut on the highway. It was just, nope, we're going this way.
But maybe we should.
I did grab the wheel, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe we shouldn't grab
not.
wheels, but it was just simply that.
Okay, it wasn't quite
There
what
was
they
no
made it out to be.
donut. There was no half of a wreck.
So that's the story that you're told as to why you got arrested, because you pulled the wheel?
Oh, it gets better.
Okay.
So now, because DeVito and Jess said he went on the boat with the girl and we don't even know what lake they're at, so f*** it. So they both left and went back home. So now I'm all on my own with this stripper. And I drink so many White Claws that by the time I show up at her house, we started to kiss, and then I was like going to have my way with her, but I wound up pissing her bed because I was so hammered.
That's very
and then she threw a f***ing apple at me, so then I f***ing left. And then I asked some dude, where am I at? Because I didn't know where I was. And he saw my cell phone, he took it and then bashed me over the head with a f***ing Corona bottle. So now I'm all bloody. So then I just get into a f***ing, maybe an Uber, I guess. I can't remember. But I went to the Ritz-Carlton. No, I went to whatever it was. It was right next to the mall. And it was like a Four Seasons or some shit. But I checked in with this bloody head. And then when I got in there, I reached in my pocket and I found all these somebody must have gave me. And I ate them all. And you're not supposed to do that.
And you don't even like, that's what you said to the Pinellas cops.
I don't like weed.
You do like.
I don't really like weed, but they're okay. I would, if you gave me $10 million, I would never try, not in a million years.
What about Ibogaine?
What the hell is Ibogaine?
It's like a similar to the 5-Vimeo thing, and it's supposed to be real good for like addiction. It like cures addiction immediately.
I only like white juice.
Well, I think it comes from, like a tree or something. I have never done it.
No, but Adderall is what I was on, and I
That's
had
not
a
white. That's
prescription.
blue. No, orange.
No, but
depends which
it's
one you're
like,
taking.
But I was on it for 14 years. How?
It helps, right?
Because Knoxville would give it to me. When I was a pro skater, I did not drink whatsoever. I didn't smoke cigarettes. I didn't do any pills. Not at all. And he's eating these things like M&Ms. And he's like, babe, you want one? I'm like, no. Babe,
What's
you
he
want
eating?
one? No. Adderall. And then he would take Xanax to go to bed. So then I was like, you know what? Give me one. So I took one and I liked it. And then the next day I'm like, Knoxville, give me another one.
But
Knoxville,
do you
give me
think
another
that
one.
you did derive
So
a
then I got
medical benefit from Adderall? I think it can help.
Well, all that I know is that I went to rehab for Adderall and alcohol.
Yeah.
At least I was out and about, chit-chatting with you, having a good old time. I go into rehab, I'm on more medication than I've ever been. On 18 medications. I can't even skate. I'm gaining weight. I'm losing my hair.
Can't
I'm a
listen
zombie.
to music.
What the
Honestly,
hell
I
could-
found that to be so offensive that you couldn't pick your own music. I think that's such an
Well,
important
like
thing.
Lil Wayne, we have the same fucking birthday, and he has tattoo, I am music. Well, so am I.
Yeah. We should write a song.
Yeah, well, we were born on the same day and the same birth date.
I was born in the same month
But
as
he's
y'all.
from New Orleans. and I'm from Philadelphia.
I like Lil Wayne. One of my favorite songs is one he did with he did a feature on a Sia. LSD. You know the band LSD with Sia and Diplo and Labyrinth?
I know. But Lil
Wayne
Wayne
has my favorite track on there. My favorite feature.
I
on
am
there.
music. You're right, Lil Wayne. You are music.
And they took
Rick
your
Rouse,
music away from
Ace
you.
Hood, Lil Bam, Yellow Wolf, NF,
So tell me how it is.
MGK, Eminem is the big time.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, we could go on and on with this. Big Bois. And that's just rap. If you want to talk about rock and roll, Lacrimus Profunde, Anathema, it goes on and on. Tokyo Hotel, let's go.
I heard of them. And Eminem and MGK. I haven't heard a lot of them ones you just said. We'll have to have a listen.
Well, MGK has a Jackass tattoo, so I have an MGK tattoo too.
Have you seen his movie? I watched it on the plane the other day. I couldn't.
He has a lot of movies.
Oh, it's the one about well, Megan Fox is in it, and he's like what's the name of that damn movie? Morning, Good Morning, spelled with a U.
I don't think
Last year.
I haven't locked up. I haven't seen a lot, but I did see
funny.
one that he just did. I forget the name of it, but I loved it.
Okay, good.
He's
He
very
seems like a
talented, that
complicated
MGK.
character. He got into it with Eminem. People had to pick sides.
Well, all right, let's go. If you listen to me,
I'm listening.
Eminem is the motherfucking shit. There's no doubt about it. Giant Heart Graham.
Giant Heart. I agree.
But Rap Devil, I was there in Newark, Delaware, or not Newark, New Jersey.
That's close.
When MGK did that. When he did
were?
that
You were
video,
there?
Rap Devil. And I'm like, dude, if you put this out, it's gonna go two ways. It's gonna go big time, yeah, or Eminem might come back and fucking crush you. I don't know, but this is very, very, very risky. Very risky. He's like, fuck it, I'm doing it anyway. I'm like, all right, let's go. So he did it. And, you know, there's so many Eminem fans, and I'm the biggest Eminem fan. But if you listen to MGK, there are 33 facts that he says and questions that he does not answer Eminem. He trails off on a man bun. So what? And he trails off about what cereal he's eating. And what kind of cereal? Who cares? It's Frosted Flakes or Fruit. Who gives a fuck? Answer my question. Why did I'm not on Shady 45 because of you? Why you shelf me like Paul Rosenberg? Answer my questions. He didn't answer any of that. Then he starts trailing off about Taylor Swift or Britney Spears. And then if you want to fuck him, then you can wear my flannel. He doesn't need a flannel. He's Megan Fox. He's very happy with himself.
I think they broke up or something recently.
Well, who cares? He can fuck anything that moves, MGK.
At this point, probably. What do you
All he
think
has to do
of
is
Adam
walk down
22?
the street.
Adam 22, thoughts?
Who's Adam 22?
Exactly. Moving on.
Who's that?
He's a big he's a podcaster. He started out in the BMX scene, and
Great story, BJ. Can you tell me that one again?
it's I told you that we could move on.
Why are we wasting time on Adam? Who?
Because he's getting high key canceled right now, and he had a lot of this type of topics.
On his show.
He did have Lima on his show. That also happened. Yeah.
Moneybag Yo.
No, I mean, same. Okay, so I actually have the papers that they told the court in Arizona while all that's going on. And I can show you what they were saying. And
You said you had body cam footage. Let's take a look.
I don't from Arizona.
Well, let me see any kind of body cam
Okay,
footage.
so yeah, I have your mom on body camera footage.
Well, my mom is banned from the castle, and I said you can't come over because I took her on Dr. Phil because she's a manipulator, and she'll call my friends. So say you came over my house at Castle Bam, and I'm having things going, and she has your phone number. She go, BJ, don't tell Bam, but what's going on over there? So now you're forced to either lie to me or tell her the truth or lie to her. Well, Ape, there's a girl sipping on Corona by the pool. There's some dude smoking weed over there. All right, but don't tell Bam. So she did it again after Dr. Phil and said, don't tell Bam Jessica, but you have to switch the flight because TMZ is all over the place. And I'm like, they're not in San Diego. She's lying. It was a ruse to get Lima and Jesse Ray and Brandon Cliff, who they flew in, and Beaver Fleming. I love them all, but they came in for an intervention at the shaman's house. He does not want his address one bit to be shared. It was so rude what they did. And my mom was like, Bam, I had nothing to do with it. You had everything to do with it. You made her change the flight because you knew they were coming.
Okay, so
Do you want me to hold it?
let's start with this one is 1. All right.
I've never seen any of this shit.
I'll
Just
have to
so you know.
transfer this to you because it's a
But I remember whatever the body cam footage is fucking funny because whenever I say anything, I fucking mean it. I have no filter. And I don't lie. Unless I'm telling you that I'm lying.
Okay, let's just start here. This one's labeled number 10, but they go in backwards order.
As my mom is sipping on a vodka
I
and
pointed that
ginger ale, just like me. I said, give me a vodka ginger ale.
Who
She's
bought
like,
you that? Who bought that for you? Because you had just
April
got.
did.
Because you didn't have your debit card.
No, I did. Yeah, you're right.
Because you had
My
just
mom
got
did.
his.
And she's like, I'll just follow his lead. And then the police were like, Ape, why are you drinking with your son who's in rehab?
They
She's
sure
like, I'm
did.
just super frustrated. And I don't think Ape drinks very much. My dad doesn't drink whatsoever. Ever. Because he gets gout if he does drink, and he doesn't even like it anyway. He just likes cheesesteaks and hoagies and pizzas.
You,
So the police are already there.
yeah.
Oh my God. Hold on. What the fuck? What do they want?
Lima
just
called
sitting
on
there?
you. Lima called and said you had
Lima called
escaped.
on me, and I had escaped.
You guys, and I know Lima did.
And she was getting you priming the pump so you would be hopefully drunk by the time they got there. So you would seem drunk. So she could say she was scared.
Maybe she told my mom to have a drink with me
She may
to
have.
keep me there.
April said she was babysitting you to keep you from going crazy.
Babysit. Look at me. Do I look like I need
No.
babysitting?
No.
I'm
You
sitting
look
there writing
annoyed.
something down. I was sitting at the bar writing something down.
You were minding
I
your
wasn't caught.
business.
I was minding my fucking business. Look at. I'm still minding
Let me
my
know
business.
if you need a break.
I
too.
don't.
Okay.
I'm still minding my business.
Yeah, no, you did this wonderfully. You handled it. So they sent it
happened?
to me like
Why-
this.
why did it shut off?
Because it's your private information and they won't give it to the public. So some of it is missing like this.
Well, I can read my own lips.
I said they called police. And then they forgot a number of 911. So then
Do you remember interacting with these people?
Yes,
Like,
100%.
what was
I
going
remember
through your
everything.
mind?
The last time I blacked out was 2013.
So what was
I
going
remember
through your mind
everything.
at this moment?
Is what's going through my mind is why did I go to a hotel close to Life Skills?
Yeah.
That's
Because
what I
you
was
knew
thinking.
it was what was about to happen.
Because I've hopped the wall before and they were circling and circling and circling. Luckily, I have a very recognizable face. So as soon as I wrote, it was like a comfort in or
Derek
some shit.
Williams.
No, some dude from Kansas. But he was there to do some construction work. He's
Derek
like,
Williams had called on you.
I don't know,
Have that
I don't
call
know who
too.
Derek Williams is, but
At Life Skills. The counselor. The
right. But I met this dude at Comfort Inn, and he was from Kansas. He's like, I'm here doing construction. Are you Bam Margera? I'm like, yeah. I have to hide. He's like, come on in. He's like, do you want any like vodka or ginger ale? I'm like, that's my favorite drink. So then I hid in there, and I looked out the window watching Life Skills fans just trickle. But then this is the second time I did
Yeah,
it.
this is like
So
2
I
weeks
should have been
later, a
more
week later.
wise, you know. I should have went to a further away one.
and then follow that one. So then
The guy was telling you he didn't have the number to 911. You were like, it's 9, then a 1, then a 1.
Dude, I would call 911, but I don't know the number to it. Well, it's 911. No, I just
Yeah.
called the police station and asked what the number is.
So they block this out.
See, I can see what I'm saying, but it's gonna
So
take a
you've
minute.
seen this. Let me show you what you have not seen. Because, I mean, you were there.
I
You
heard
said
my
you
mom was
remember.
sabotaged me. I want to see that at the same day.
The same day.
Yeah, she saboed me. Yeah. And that's what she's so good at. Bam, I did not say that. It's what I said.
You're going to like I think this is the one where she gets called out by the cop. He's like, oh, he was on the run, but you're the one who picked him up. I think this is the one. It's 12 minutes long. This one for editing
Well, maybe we can
purposes
shorten it
is
and get right to the point.
the number 7 video. Let me see it. Let me make sure it is first, and then we'll
See,
get
is
to
what?
it.
Hold on, hit pause.
Okay.
Is what you have is big news because I could have done an interview with you and we could have talked, but you have proof of everything. So what are you going to say when you're caught red-handed?
Well, they're going to say I'm crazy. Like, that's what they've been saying.
But you're caught red-handed.
Yeah, what are you going to say now?
I'm going to say, Oga Boga, I'm smoking a cigarette. Yayama, rise. Let's go. Intermission. Yayama, rise.
Intermission. Bye. Love you, mean it.
And that was basically what we got on that first day. As I noted at the beginning of this interview, Bam was eventually presented with a cup. I do assume that there was alcohol in that cup. And by the end of the interview, it did seem as though Bam might be under the influence of alcohol, aka drunk. He never did anything that led me to believe that he was consuming illegal or illicit substances. The main takeaways that I left this interview with were that Bam is adamant that he never heard of me or the Free Bam movement while he was in rehab or at any point until very recently. He also did seem very appreciative, grateful, thankful when he saw with his own eyes my files and all of the work that I had done, the body camera footage that I'd pulled together for his case. And he did even ask me, why did you do this? And I told him the truth. It just felt like the right thing to do. After what I'd seen with Free Britney, after what I'd seen even in this case with all the contradictions between what TMZ was reporting and what the public records showed, it felt like someone needed to investigate, and it felt like it had to be me. And that is the truth. He came back on Wednesday, which was 3 days after Sunday when he first came. Wednesday is the last time I saw Bam. He did invite himself back for more interviews since Wednesday, but I declined and said that I had other stuff going on and maybe we would be able to get together in the future, but I had already had plans. So after Wednesday, I never saw Bam again. So in the next installation of this podcast series, we will discuss Bam's freedom, the Florida Shuffle, Bam's Instagram posts, his guardian, and he did end the very last podcast session by calling his parents. Again, I debated whether or not to even tell y'all that or to show it to you. But Bam wanted you to see it. So at the end of this podcast series, barring unforeseen circumstances, that is what it's basically going to end on. A lot of the interview left me with more questions than answers, but it's something that I am committed to getting to the bottom of. That's all I really had for today. In the meantime, facts ain't defamation. Love you, mean it. Okay, bye.
Are you free?
Right now I am, but I'm scared.
Police were called to the Pecopson Township property called Castle Bam around 11 Sunday morning.
When it was just a ruse to keep us there because Lima was on her way.
Lima was talking about sending you back to a rehab?
It was a trap. The Florida Shuffle has to stop and Steve Timmer has to stop.
Money off of you being in rehab, though?
Hell yeah, because I
How?
spent $660,000.
They took
and
all
Lima
your-
says, please don't say that you're in the Florida Shuffle. I'm like, but I was in it. She's like, yeah, but you can't say that. I'm like, but I am.
Why?
I was forced against my will.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing on this fine? Today's Thursday, but whatever the day of the week you decide to watch this, welcome to part 2 of the Bam Margera interview series. That would be episode 2 of That Surprise podcast. I do want to make one small little disclaimer before you start the video, and that is Bam Margera himself chose to be drinking in this interview. I did not let him do that because that would imply that I have control over Bam Margera's actions, which I do not. If it's going to offend you or hurt your feelings or upset you to see Bam consuming alcohol in this interview, I kindly invite you to leave the video and not watch it. This video contains questions about Bam's freedom, the conservatorship, the Free Bam movement, and we will be looking at and reacting to some of the things that his family decided to post on his behalf while he was being held against his will. I do think it's important to note, just for history's sake, that since the airing of the last video, Bam has been reported by TMZ to be on the run. Jess Margera, Bam's brother, is saying that Bam is on illicit substances. Bam has gone to an arraignment just as of a few minutes ago on the case, and he is saying that all of the allegations being made about him by his brother are false and defamatory. The preliminary hearing on the matter is going to happen on May 25th, and I'm going to make all reasonable efforts to be there and report on what happens. Now let's get into this interview. Facts ain't defamation. Love you, mean it. Okay, bye. All right, so before we get started, I wanted to just have a moment with just Bam. And then I'll let y'all know when you come back in and we'll be good to go. Yeah, it's just going to be 1 minute.
Back in a second. How long?
I'm going to tell y'all. Okay. I'll holler.
Are we recording?
I think we are recording, but I'm not sure we're going to use this part. But so you're aware we're recording.
That's
yes.
great. I don't have to do any more interviews anymore because you've done your research so well that you have all the facts right here. So now, if you don't have these facts, then it's pointless. Then people will be like, Murph. No, here's
jump
the
off
fact.
a building.
So there's no more. You know,
right? That's what they all want to talk about. Like,
well,
what
I
about
said I was
me?
going to
What
jump
about
off.
jump
I
off the
was in a
building?
movie called Jump Off a Building, and I didn't kill myself on that. I was just saying if I don't see my kid in 200 days, it's been 200 days, I'll jump off a building if I don't fucking see
I know.
it.
I heard the whole thing. Listen, I wanted to tell you something before we get on with this whole thing and all that.
Yeah.
Without all this people watching us and shit. I mean,
Right.
this is recording, but it's not live or nothing like that.
We could edit.
The reason I started to do this is
Yeah.
because it just felt fucked up.
It was.
That
it is. It still
you were
is.
very obviously being drugged
Yeah.
by this big pharma shit,
I was a
held against your
zombie.
will, and your family was obviously in on it.
Yeah, but they were in on it.
But they didn't fully know, and it's complicated and complex. I'm aware. But just let me
They
finish.
didn't-
Let me get it out.
See, my mom doesn't know when she hears a doctor or a lawyer. You're a lawyer, so if she hears a lawyer, Bam said she be like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, you know. And if you're a doctor, Bam needs to take this and this and that and the other thing. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. But then she talks to the shaman, and then the shaman says, Bam doesn't need any medication. Trust me. She goes, oh yeah, fuck yeah. So she just agrees with everybody.
I think that's...
She agrees with everybody who
Probably
thinks
true,
that
yeah.
they know what to talk about. But the shaman definitely knows what he's talking about.
So listen, let me just get this out. We're going to get the team back in and all that.
All right.
I have truly lost sleep over this situation. And then
Join the club.
now taking a big personal hit from Lima, who is constantly talking shit about and literally lying about me, going on podcasts with millions of followers, lying about me.
Well,
She's suing me.
right. I don't know.
I said,
Really?
F you.
Her then.
And to anybody that might watch this, f you too.
Yeah, fuck you too.
If you think you're going to tell me what I can
you know
say.
what? Fuck all y'all motherfuckers, because I have committed to her to do 10 interviews, 1 hour long a piece, because she has so much documented information. It's all right here. Bam Margera. Can you read the name? Boom. Bam Margera.
So the
she has
purpose-
it. So now, let's go. I don't have to do any more interviews with anyone except her, because she did her fucking research. Congratulations to you.
Woo.
So let's talk about it. Lima, I don't know what she did to you, and I don't even know you.
We're not going to even talk about what she did to me.
But
it's not
here's,
a part of
here's
it.
Here's what I'm saying. I have never seen the Free Bam movement at all because I've been locked up. So everybody's like, yo, don't you know about the Free Bam movement? No, I don't. How would I know about it? I don't get any free Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't
Yeah.
even look at you and have a bank, memory bank.
Well, that's probably good for your
For a year and a
neurological
half.
development.
Well, it's very healthy for you when you're locked up in a room for a couple of days.
All right, so last thing before we get started,
Yes.
the point of this is the truth, the whole truth. It's
And
not.
nothing but.
It's not a flowery. Oh, let's make it cuter than it is. No, but we're gonna tell the truth.
Well,
So
I don't
I want-
lie. And you know what? If I do lie, I'll tell you if I'm lying. And if I have to hide a lie, then I'll do a little thing like this. I'll be, I ain't lying. No way. I have
Well-
a nervous tick.
The floor is yours. I want you.
The floor is yours.
I want you to be able to say what you want to say.
I have no filter. You can ask me anything.
I
I'll
know.
tell you.
We already got part 1 done. All right, hold on. Okay, y'all come back in. Where are you?
Is that Blink-182?
Huh?
Is that Blink-182?
Yeah. Voice inside my head. I heard that on the way to Starbucks today, and I can't lie. I thought of Bam Margera.
I miss you and
I
all the
miss
spiders floating in the night.
Where are you? I think that's
It's
the
some
lyric.
kind
for
of
me.
like weird. It's some kind of weird like slang from San Diego, I believe.
I was.
Sleep tonight.
I cannot breathe
sleep
tonight. Yes, you the lyric machine.
But do I love them? Yes, I do love Blink-182.
That specific
friends.
like era.
And I love My
Nobody
Chemical
likes you when you're
Romance.
23.
And I love Papa
What
Roach
the hell
and-
is ADD? My friends say I should act my age.
I know this is off the cuff, but I want to talk about Chester Bennington
Okay.
from Linkin Park.
I can feel
Here's
you
my
there.
If you listen to all his lyrics, you'll see the pain that he felt.
Yeah.
And he called me up. He said, "Bam, meet me in L.A. at this club," and I did. But a couple of days later, he hung himself, and it breaks my heart because I've finished the wolf, and to leave 3 kids behind, it breaks my. I don't know what he was going through, and he never told me that he was going through it. But everybody, let's just say that Guns N' Roses is playing tonight at a stadium in Philadelphia. All y'all are excited because they're Guns N' Roses in Philadelphia. It's just another date for them. So, whoa, sweet
Yeah.
child of mine, I ain't a gang. God
Yeah.
damn it, I gotta sing this shit again. But you guys are like, yeah, sweet child of mine, yeah.
It's
He's like,
really
again,
sad to think about.
But his lyrics are like way gnarlier than just sweet child of mine. No, his lyrics are like the end of the. I'm gonna jump off a cliff, pretty much.
It's funny you should mention, not funny, interesting you should mention that, because about less than a week ago, I was sobbing my eyes out listening to this crowd sing. What? I think it's Numb. No, what's the other
Numb,
one?
I love that one.
In the end, I tried
the
so
fan-
hard. So
and
that
got
so the band gets
far,
back together and
in
they're
the
holding
end, it doesn't even matter.
they're holding the mic out, and it's after Chester had passed. And they're all screaming. I think I sent it to Ethan. They're screaming the song, and they're all miraculously somehow on key. And I'm just sobbing, just tears streaming for this man that I never met. And so now you bring it up.
Well, he's my friend. It's
Yeah.
consolation. Oh, I broke my finger at the Lil Wayne concert. That's why it's all puffy looking. But Chester Bennington, Yellow Wolf, MGK, Tokyo Hotel, MIA. Well, that's Maya from the Sounds, band from Sweden. 12. But it's also the expiration date of my credit card information. This is the back of the code.
Why are you telling people your
MC.
credit card? I'm going to edit that out because YouTube's gone.
Yeah,
strike
but they
me.
can't read it because it's in codes.
You just said it in words.
Yeah, but you can't read the code. I can.
Okay, well. I will be editing out Bam Margera's expiration for his credit card. Thank you.
Well, no, if you could break into this code, then you could buy shit because you need it more than I do, I guess.
Are you free?
Free. That's a weird question. I get what you're saying. Yeah, right now I am. But I'm scared because I do not know. Honestly, I'm going to say this, and I love Lima to death, but. And my mom, I love her to death too, but I'll put a bear trap on her foot if she comes over to Castle Bam because just because she's sanding my house and painted it and changed the bricks and
She
whatever.
holds that over you.
And then she does my garden and whatnot. I'm home now, and you're not allowed over. Because you know what? You sabotaged me because I took her on Dr. Phil
You gotta fix your ears.
because she's a manipulator. And it's what she does. Can you help me out?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what she does.
You can't get too crazy with the ears. This is how you get the messages from the mothership.
Is what she does is she says, so let's say is my great skater friend, and he is. And he's at the castle, and she knows his number. She would say, hey, don't tell Bam.
Tell me what he's doing right now.
But tell me who's doing it. So now he's forced to either lie to me or lie to her.
It's
so he's
triangulation.
Like, there's a girl sipping on a Corona by the pool, and there's some dude smoking weed over there, and there's some skaters skating. So now he's either lying to me or lying to... She's putting my friends in a manipulating situation.
They call
I don't
that
like it.
triangulation. It's like a triangle, and you forcing that one point to pick another point.
Right.
Instead of just doing their own.
And when you talk to my mom...
Never did
she
that.
has this thing in her head that whatever you're saying doesn't matter because she's already ready to say what she says in her head. So when you're like, April, you did this and you did that and the other thing, she's like, yeah, I know, but bam. She's not even listening. I know, but bam. She's already has in her head what she needs to say to me. So she's not ready to answer my question. She won't answer my question. She's already ready to say what she has to say. So she's not even, it's in one ear and out the other. And she's just like, yeah, and I'm talking. I'm like, April, you did it. Yeah, I know, but bam. She's not listening. But bam. I know, but bam.
Do you think you maybe
She
have
should have a
started to
t-shirt
do
that
that
says,
too?
I know, but bam.
She should have a T-shirt that says "I know, but
I know,
bam."
but bam.
We could
And
probably
then
get you
she
some
also
merch.
has, well, Phil is her husband.
Your dad,
Yeah. Jess is her kid.
your brother,
Yeah. Bam is her kid.
you.
Yeah. And
Allegedly.
and Shitbird is her what do you call it, brother.
I don't know.
So but his name is Matt. I call him Shitbird.
Okay.
But when she gets frustrated, she's like, listen, Matt, Bam, Phil, Jess, Bam, Phil. I'm like, what the fuck?
Moms,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Jess, Bam, Phil, Matt. What?
She seems like a nice lady, though. After all,
Well, it's a mystery right now to me. Yeah, but yes, she is. But she stabbed me, and I feel very betrayed. And I got stabbed in the back. But thank God I live with the shaman who taught me how to, even if somebody does stab me in the back, I turn around and say, I love you.
yeah, that's a great skill to learn. I'm glad you're learning that type of thing with the shaman. You learn anything like that in the places you know who put you?
The only thing I learned there,
What'd you learn there?
I learned that,
Not to rent a hotel close to life skills.
boom. And I also learned that to not, all right, it's just so much to talk about. So, I went to Aunt Missy's house in Sarasota, Florida, and I showed up drinking 12 White Claws.
When's this? Approximately a year? 2 years ago?
I'm not very good with math.
This year? 2 years? 3
I
years?
would say 3 years ago.
Okay.
So I showed up drinking 12 White Claws. Then she's like, you need to narrow this down. I'm like, all right. So I narrowed it down to 10. And I stayed with her for 3 weeks. And then we finally narrowed it down to just 2 White Claws a day.
How did you ration that?
How do I ration?
Like just sips out throughout the day or just two at once?
No,
or?
just sippy sip. I don't slug shit. You
I'm
just
just
sippy
wondering,
sip.
so I'm asking you.
No,
it's
I'm a
your
professional
story.
drinker. I know exactly. I know the method of drinking. If you're one of the idiots who's like, of some frat boy, like, yo, we're going out to the club tonight, we're gonna bar hop, we're gonna do shot. Then you're gonna get all Larry the fuck up and you're gonna do something dumb, you're gonna piss on the windshield, get banned for life, and then you never get to go to the Peter Pit again.
It sounds like you're speaking from personal experience, which demonstrates to me that you have done this.
Oh, I've seen me do it. I can't deny that.
Well then,
But I
how are you
learned
gonna
my
make fun
lesson.
of the frat boys?
I'm just I love frat boys. I'm just saying, because I live in a college area.
Oh yes, Westchester. My best friend from law school.
Yeah.
Went to Westchester for undergrad.
So the reason why I say, I hear that, but the reason why I say frat boys is because I live in a college town, and it's usually college dudes like, yo, we're bar hopping tonight, fucking shot. No, I do not do shots. I sippy sip on a cuppy cup.
Okay, so
And if
you were
I- and I-
sipping with Aunt Missy. Got down to 2 White Claws.
So then, I don't know who said what, but either it was my mom or Lima, or maybe even Nikki or Warren. So anyway,
That's a whole episode.
That's a whole episode. It's an entire episode. So now, hey, Bam, there's a surprise. What's the surprise, Mom? Go to this location, and it's Joe DeVito from MTV. I'm like, holy shit, Joe, I haven't seen you in a long time. And it's my brother, Jess. So I'm like, all right, what's going on? Mm-hmm. So then I grab a vodka and ginger ale. So do they.
Okay.
And then they say, Bam, we think you should go to this rehab in Sierra Tucson because it's a really nice place, blah, 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 blah. And Joe DeVito and Jess both said this to me, which pisses me the off. They're like, Iggy Pop played at your wedding. Well, we just talked to Iggy Pop, and he said that he wants to do an interview with you when you get there. And we talked to the Sierra Tucson, and we could have cameras there for you. They don't allow cameras, but for you, they can. Billy Idol is ready to go. Nikki Sixx is ready to go. I'm like, really? I'm like, wow. All right, maybe. But I'm only on 2 White Claws.
Was it a trap?
It was a trap. Oh. I got to Sierra Tucson. They were like, you cannot have any fucking cameras whatsoever. Off limits. I don't give a fuck if it's Billy Idol. Not to mention, where is my private room? You said that I get a private room. Oh, no, this is your roommate, Kyle.
This is shaping up like one of them timeshares at the Hard Rock Cafe in Puerto Rico.
Did I tell you about Kyle yet?
Kyle,
my roommate.
He had gained a lot of weight, or that was a different one?
Kyle. So Kyle goes, so Bam, you're from Philadelphia, right? I'm like, yeah, man.
And you said, cool story, Kyle. Tell it again.
Yeah. And then Patrick.
Patrick? No, that's not ringing a bell, Patrick.
So Patrick, I said I needed to get a different roommate because this motherfucker goes, you know Newark, Delaware? Yeah, it's right 15 minutes away from me. You know that 7-Eleven? Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Well, I used to ride my bike past there. You used to ride your bike past there. Great story, Kyle.
Oh, he was trying to be friends.
Yeah, but I'm not dealing with an idiot.
You weren't there for making friends.
Yeah, well,
you were there trying to do interviews.
I'm not going to deal with any kind of hot air buffoons. I had a lot of shit to do.
I hear that.
You know what I mean? Like, I need to concentrate. I could write shit quicker in Strigoi, and there's 13 people, maybe even 20 that can read it right. All right. Oh, does this not work?
I'll hold your wand. No, it don't work. It's a prop.
Let's just say the surprise witness. Watch how quick. The surprise witness.
Who's that?
You.
No. I'm that surprise witness.
Oh, that.
Thank you. So, I am very impressed with this. What do you call this? I'm too ignorant to know what it's called. No, I know that. But what's the? You don't call it a font. What do you call it? A script? What do you call it? Like it's a.
It's just.
They got a word for it. But I'm interested to know about it. But I know people ask you about it all the damn time.
B, C, D, E, and F, followed by a goddamn G. And I can teach you if you want to have the patience to learn.
Well, there's not much I can't learn, so I just might.
Well, you're a lawyer, so yeah, maybe you could.
All right, we'll leave that there. Thank you. So you said you haven't maybe been free. You would consider yourself to be free now, but you're scared.
I'm scared because...
Oh, here, take this back.
I'm scared because I was living with a shaman. He lives in Escondido. He's very, very, very private. He's from Persia. He's Iranian. And if you have a ceremony booked with him for 10 hours, then he'll give you his address. I cannot bring any of my skater pals or anyone over his address, and I live with him. So my mom came to visit, and he's like, if it's your mom, she could come. So my mom now knows the address. So she calls up my girlfriend, Jessica, and says, Jessica, you have to switch your flights. I'm like, why? I didn't say why. She said why.
Right.
And she's like, because TMZ's all over the place. And she's like, San Diego does not have TMZ at the airport. It's Los Angeles. It's LAX. That's where they're always at. And she's like, yeah, but you have to switch it. She's like, oh, why? She's like, because you just have to. She's like, well, TMZ's not saying it. Whatever. Why else? And she's like, she's making up every excuse in the fucking book, my mom, when it was just a ruse to keep us there because Lima was on her way. Beaver Fleming from Nitro Circus, Jesse Ray from FDR, and my buddy Brandon Clifford gives me some free tattoos if Captain Von D's not doing it. So they all flew in and they start pounding on the door at 4 o'clock. And I'm sober as a judge. I'm like, how the
So this has been since you've been free, since you've been done with all these forced ones and all that.
Yes.
That happened since then.
Yeah. So Naveed is like, what is going? And Lima had like video cameras coming on the way. They didn't show up
Where
yet.
did she get the money for this?
I don't know, but he's like, you cannot videotape my property. You cannot videotape anything. There's a video camera off limits. As a matter of fact, you're off limits. You're off limits. Everybody has to go now. Yeah, but we found this farmhouse that
He knew
Bam
the
can go to
vibes.
rehab to. F you. I ain't going to no rehab. Don't you understand? I've been to 10 rehabs for 90 days in a row and it doesn't work.
Wait, I need to stop you right there. Lima was talking about sending you back to a rehab at that encounter?
Oh, she found some farmhouse so I could rake manure.
Who you think? Oh, a troubled teen camp. Oh, yeah, that's what they wrangled Paris Hilton. You know they kidnapped her
I
in
made
the middle of
$20
the
million
night?
off an Element. I made $20 million off a Jackass. You think I need to be at some farmhouse raking manure?
I think they're just trying to rewire your brain any way they can, to be honest. Don't do all that. That scares me.
Murph.
It just seems a lot. But
It seems kind of like a lot.
it's a lot, all that. So she's telling you need to go shovel cow shit in Wisconsin, in Wyoming or something.
She said it might be healthy for me.
Why do you think she's so invested in your recovery?
It's a big mystery. As a matter of fact, I don't know if this is like my crazy thoughts, but this could be like a 35% thing that could be real. I think that maybe Dick House or Paramount secretly hired her to make sure that they hid me to not f with their movie that's going to make $150 million. But I already f with them, and I got my wish. And
You're not allowed to talk about it.
And we're not allowed to talk about it because I just signed a thing that says that,
You will not talk about it.
yeah,
Daddy Tremaine,
Tremaine. That fucking piece
your
of shit.
bestie. That was sarcasm. I know that you're not besties.
even if we're in a boxing ring with no boxing gloves, I just go ding and you're done.
Can you talk about the
can talk about everything.
Can you talk about the clause in the Jackass movies that said you couldn't mess with Jeff Tremaine on set?
Yeah. So, here's the best. So, in the contract of Jackass, I get $5 million or more every time I do it. So,
Okay.
sign here to make sure that everybody can get fucked with, including you, Bam, at any given moment, even if it's breakfast time, lunch, or dinner. If a Hollywood movie takes a break and it's lunchtime, that's when you get to chill. But no, we'll get a macaroni and cheese bomb that blows up in your face or some shit. So everybody can get fucked with except Jeff Tremaine because he's such a fat fucking hypocrite pussy that he doesn't want to get messed with, because all he has to do is sit there and say get hurt in action behind the camera and collect all the money. So now, F him. And as a matter of fact, F Johnny Knoxville, and I'm going to tell you why.
Double Dog Dare.
No, not that.
Oh.
I had to stop being a professional fucking skateboarder because I realized that I was getting these bone spurs in my feet, like calcium deposits. And it didn't hurt to walk or run. It just hurt to jump down shit that I do. So I'm
Like
ow.
impact.
Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck? Where did these come from? Well, 3 years goes by, and I'm surfing the TV. Viva La Bam's on. I'm like, I don't like to watch my own self, but I'm going to watch it right now. So it's Ryan Dunn revving a motorcycle at 6 a.m. in my house. And I wake up at 6 a.m. to go wake up. I open up the door, and Knoxville put all these sharp-ass tacks on the ground, and I stepped on it. So when I stepped on it, I show the video camera on MTV, the sock, and I go, dude, look at that. And I hit pause. And I'm like, bone spur, bone spur, bone spur.
Evidence.
Bone spur. You ruined my money makers, you motherfucker. So now I made $20 million off an Element skateboarding. I made $1 million just to do one commercial with a right guard, and then they liked it, so they paid me another $1 million to do it again for one more day. Audio shoes, $500,000. I collect Bam sunglasses, $1 million. So you ruined my money makers. I know we're on Jackass, and you can put a riot bomb on me. That's fine. But to ruin my money makers, my feet.
It was a bridge too far.
It was a bridge too far, and now I'm gonna fuck you up.
In what way?
You fought Butterbean, Knoxville. Butterbean. He's like a champion. You were brave enough to do that. Get into a ring with me without boxing gloves on, because you know I'm gonna fuck you up. Pussy. And he hates when you call him a pussy.
Do you
Because it
think-
embarrasses him.
Do you think it's funny that Steve-O bought JohnnyKnoxville.com and put
I think it's funny
penis
that
merch?
Steve-O has a skate deck with Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O on it together, and they're both not professional skateboarders. And they sell a lot of skateboards, and they're taken away from Jamie Foy and Yuto Horigome and fucking Nyjah Houston and all these pro skaters when they're
Bam
selling
Margera.
skate decks, and Johnny Knoxville can't even drop it on a 2-foot fucking mini ramp because he's so uncoordinated.
They're losers. I would never buy that skateboard. I do want one of those pink BAM ones though, from like 2004.
Well, guess what? I have one.
I want one.
Well, I'd love to give you one.
Thank you.
And I'd also love to give you this new book that I wrote.
What's it
And
called?
It's called Serious as Shitwater.
Serious as shit water? Yeah. I will read it. When's it coming out?
It already had.
Oh.
But I
didn't
went,
know.
I haven't been home in 3 years, so when I went in, there's all these books. I'm like, oh, I can give these to my friends.
Are you a reader?
Bookworm.
What's the most profound thing you've read lately? Book you've read lately.
Oh, man, it's called, I'm drawing a blank right now, but it's so good.
Is it The Four Agreements?
No, I've read that. I like it. I do. But,
Miguel Ruiz, I think, wrote it.
yeah, he did. But it's from James Nevin. It's, you know what, I'm drawing a blank, but it's about past life regression sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's one I know, Walking the Tiger, I think. There's something about that. I read
See,
a book lately.
I don't like fiction books. It's a waste of my time.
But how do you know what's real and what's not? How do you know what's fiction?
It's like a girl, and you take her out on a blind date. I've never been on a blind date, but let's just say that I did. And I'm like, so how's it going? I had the craziest dream last night. Oh, what's that? I was on some purple mushroom cloud, and then Jamie Foxx was
Me,
there.
I'm
and
that
I'm
girl.
like, shut the fuck up. Is this real? No, it's a dream.
Girl.
Jamie Foxx happened to be there in my dream, and then all of a sudden it was so weird, and then Beanie Siegel showed up with 50 Cent. Shut the fuck up.
So do you think it's fair,
Nothing's fair.
the Florida Shuffle? Like how that just happened?
It
like, how
has
do you
to
think about it?
stop.
Tell me about the Florida Shuffle.
The Florida Shuffle has to stop, and Steve Timmer has to stop. Steve Timmer was a massive alcoholic, and then he had to switch his script, so he became an interventionalist, and he realized how much money I have. So he realized that if I make it 88 days, I only have 2 more days left because it's a 90-day thing. He'll find up every excuse to keep me to a new one or stay there.
So you think Steven Timmer's making money off of you being in rehab, though?
Hell yeah, because I
How?
spent $660,000 fucking dollars.
But is it his rehab? Like how? I'm trying to figure out what his role is.
His role is he gets paid to make sure that I'm in the shuffle, and the shuffle needs to end. And my lawyer from Florida is flying in right now to read these fucking documents,
Oh well, he better ask permission to read.
and
my
I ain't playing
document.
around.
Okay, well, I was just kidding.
But this is not a joke.
I know it's not a joke.
He's one of my favorite lawyers. I've been
We'll
in
put an
more
ad right
lawsuits
here.
than Puff Daddy. It's a fact.
Have you?
Yep.
They hide them.
Everybody's like, Puff Daddy's in so many lawsuits. I have beat him 100%, and I have the Guinness Book of World Records of being in the Florida Shuffle.
So when you're in these when you were in the rehabs and all that, they took
And
all
Lena
your.
says, please don't say that you're in the Florida Shuffle. I'm like, but I was in it. She's like, yeah, but you can't say that. I'm like, but I am.
Why? Why
I
they don't
was.
like the truth over there? I don't understand. This the truth is the truth.
Well, sometimes you can't.
What
tell
about
the
Brandon
truth.
Novak and the Florida Shuffle?
Oh boy, what do you mean about
This
him?
wasn't on the list. We're off script now. but
Let's not talk about him right now.
all right, we won't talk about him. I find him profoundly boring anyway. I do have some videos. You want to watch the videos now?
Let's go.
Okay, well, we can start them at least. 'cause it's
1,
clips.
2, 3, let's go.
Like a bird I'll sing. Oh, you hate country music.
Drinking honky tonk beer on a Saturday night. What do you think of my song? It f***ing blows.
Okay, so I got the video up.
Yeah.
It's you in a cameo, and then you maybe are a little speculating, and then immediately after this cameo, I'm going to show you proof of what you speculated.
All right, but let's do another thing.
Okay.
I hate when people see. I've been all around the world, so
Yes.
I have a weird accent.
Oh,
So sometimes I slur words, whatever, and sometimes I'm a bit larried up. But it doesn't matter. I tell the truth. So whatever the fuck comes out of my mouth is the truth. And the more drinks you give me, the more truth juice I give you. So it might become mean if I start sipping on whiskey, then I'll say something mean, like, you're pretty, but what if I say to some girl that isn't, and I'm like, you know what, I really like your hair, but you need to lose a couple pounds, you know?
Then that's offensive. You can't say that.
But it's still the truth.
I see what you mean. I think there's a little bit of a revival with that right now, actually. I've heard other men say that lately. Like, why can't we just say our opinions? If it's the truth that this girl is not beautiful to me because she's,
Yeah,
you know,
but you
whatever.
shouldn't say that. I know I shouldn't say that, but
So you do know you
if I
shouldn't.
drink whiskey, I'm like, listen, I'm looking for a fight, and I want somebody to knock me out because I get my
Why?
adrenaline flowing, like landing a skate
I've speculated that.
Because I can't jump down shit anymore because Knoxville put tax on my feet.
Let me ask you, why did you ask the Sergeant Edwards to tase you outside of the Don Caesar Hotel?
Because I like to feel pain.
Why?
Because I don't feel any actual pain when it comes to, like, see, like all these.
Don't do nothing crazy.
No,
please.
no, look, cigarette burn, cigarette burn, cigarette burn. Because I don't feel any pain, and I just broke my finger at the Lil Wayne concert. Look how puffy it is.
Bam, you told me
And
you
I just
broke that
snap it
finger
back-
getting arrested at the Thai
I
restaurant.
did, but somebody bumped
Don't
into me
knock
at the
that
Lil
over on
Wayne
my stuff.
concert and re-broke it again. So then I just snap it back in the fucking place, and I had to have ice all over it. Look how puffy it is.
You want to go to the urgent care? Get a splint?
For a finger,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
I could live with that. It doesn't hurt. Is what hurts is you
Me?
stabbing, not you, but somebody who I love. Let's say I love you, and you stab me and betray me in my back. That is what hurts. Mm-hmm. Me not being able to see my kid is what hurts.
Yeah.
You trying to paint a picture that I'm a fucking. The definition of driving somebody to drink is Nikki. She drives me to drink. I live at the shaman's house. It's a dry house. You can't have any alcohol. If you even saw it, I would be either kicked out or he would be very upset. So I lived with him for fucking 200 days or more, and it's a dry house. But when he does a ceremony for 10 hours on a Saturday, I know that I have a 10-hour window to maybe go meet a buddy and sip on a quick beer at a bar real quick, and I'll do that. But the house is a dry house. The only time I drink is when I get near Nikki because she presses my fucking button. So, Nikki, tap this can and we can hug it out. Tap this Bam Margera sign and I'll try heroin for the first time ever. Tap this pink thing and then I'm going to drink again. So what'd you pick? Well, I tapped the pink thing and the goddamn that thing. Well, you didn't even tap the hug it out thing? You then. She knows to press my button. She wants to paint a picture of me so she have custody of Phoenix, and I pay her $15,000 a goddamn month.
Well, do you think that her painting her picture is working?
Well, yeah, because her brother Warren is a brainwasher, and brainwasher. Nikki, so Bam's coming up to deliver you a car that he just bought for you for $50,000, right? Yeah. He said he was going to leave at 9, right? And he's going to be here probably around noon. Yeah, he said the Derns are going to follow him, and then he's going to be here at noon. All right, well, dodge his phone calls till 5 o'clock at night. Then we'll get evidence of saying, hey, Nikki, where you at? Hey, Nikki, where you at? I'm here. I'm here to give you your car. I'm here to give you your car, Nikki. Where you at? The Derns are behind me. This is getting very embarrassing. Nikki, this is getting very frustrating. Nikki, you fucking bitch, where the fuck you at? That's what they want.
Yeah, and then they're only gonna tell people.
But
about that.
the shaman taught me to not do that. So I just had to deal with it for 5 fucking hours. I'm not trying to. I'm not asking anything from you. I bought you a fucking car, and all I want to do is give it to you. And the thanks that I get is you making me wait in Princeton, New Jersey, wondering where your address is. And as my buddy is following me, and he's like, yo, Bam, I got other shit to do, man.
Now you're describing me because I made
No,
you
but I was
wait for
giving you
about
an
16
example.
minutes.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. It's frustrating. I can also see like
Frustrating.
from what the people.
Oh, this is your pen.
Do you have mine?
Yeah.
I was missing it.
Well, you never said nothing.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you.
How's my hat?
They're good. Oh man, just as you said that. It's good. It's ears though, or antennas.
Bunny ears, right?
People do call them. I haven't called them that, but people do call them bunny ears. Yes.
Pretty cute.
And they also use that as a way to say
Is
that
this
I'm
like
not
your
a real
thing?
lawyer. Yeah, it's my thing. I
So
like
every
it.
time you do an interview, you wear them?
Well, this is my first interview like this.
No, with the bunny ears.
Every time I go like stream and make videos, I do yes.
Every time.
Every time.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah, every time.
So the fact that I'm wearing, I'm representing.
Wim Hof is the only other person who's worn them with
Wim
me.
Hof?
The Iceman.
Love him.
Love Wim Hof. I love
too.
him. How did you find out about him? Probably something way cooler than me.
Well,
Mine
because
was YouTube.
Viceland is in Williamsburg, New York City, and I marched myself in there one time to have a meeting, and they were playing this thing about when I was like, "Who's this dude?" They're like, dude, he jumps into ice in Amsterdam. His wife died, and he just feels no pain when it comes to cold water. So I was like, I'm interested in this. And he hiked up to Mount Everest without bare feet on. I was like,
Shorts.
shut the yeah.
It was Kilimanjaro.
Oh, it wasn't.
But we also
But
also
either way,
thought it
it's
was
impressive.
Everett. I mean, either way, yeah. No, he had me hiking up a mountain in Poland in January in my nothing but my bathing suit. Well, we had on boots and things, like gloves and boots, but no like jackets, nothing like that. Me and Wim Hof and the rest of the crew up the mountain.
Check this out. So, remember when you saw the clip of me at the Thai restaurant and I got arrested for being drunk?
Yeah, you looked like you were being pretty mean.
I was being pretty mean because I waited 5 hours with my friend. So finally, that doesn't matter. But I went to jail because I was drunk in public.
I know, I got all the
And they
police
broke my
reports from
hand
it.
and they broke my finger. But they re-broke it at the Lil Wayne concert. Somebody, and they were very nice. They were like, yo, man, honey. You just broke my hand.
Just really
So I
good
just
at
snap
that.
it back into place. But anyway, they sent me to jail and I had to sit in there for 18 fucking hours. And they took off my jacket and my belt.
Who bailed you out? Who came got you?
I'm not done yet. So I have this shoestring on like this. They had to take it off.
So
if
your
you
pants
take,
were falling.
If you take this shoestring, then my hang is going to be hanging out the whole night.
I don't want to think about it.
So I'm like, you could make it very easy and put the rope back on.
They don't want to give that to you because then you could.
Could do yourself, whatever. But now the police are forced to walk around with me nonstop, and every 8 seconds they have to pull up my pants again. I'm like, you guys made this own problem for
Yeah.
yourself.
That happens
Now
to
you
you
have
a
to walk
lot.
around and pull up your pants, yo, pull up pants, man, yo, pull up pants, man, because I was size. This is embarrassing. On Christmas, I was size 40. If you can't believe it, I was. Now I'm size 32. So. The
Good.
pants that I had on were probably size 34. So
And
if
you've been
you-
losing it in like a healthy way and all that.
Yeah, it's called hiking with the fucking shaman 8 miles up a mountain.
That's
every
awesome.
day.
That's awesome. Every
And
day.
Every day.
I'm liking this shaman. The people on the line, the people on the internet were a little skeptical about the shaman.
Then you. Because you know what?
Oh my God, that felt so good.
The shaman does not believe in luck whatsoever. It's all about karma. And he has such good karma because he has nothing negative to say about you, even though he didn't meet you. If you stabbed me in my back, you'd be like, I love you. He has nothing bad to say about anybody. That's why I took him to the casino. He doesn't know how to gamble. And I put him on roulette. And he's like, how do you play? I'm like, red or black, odd or even, or any of the numbers. Here's $1,000. He puts it all on 33 and wins instantly.
Instantly?
Instantly. First try. So
I need, well, but there's no luck, you said.
right,
That's
it's
what
not
he
about
said.
luck.
not
It's about
luck.
he has very, very good karma. So anyway,
Did he keep gambling?
but I love music. I Am Music, Lil Wayne, tattooed on his head. We have the same exact birthday. I Am Music too, motherfucker, because I have Prince's soundboard at my house from Purple Rain.
That's cool.
Let's go.
Let's
So-
make a song on it.
We can.
Okay.
But anyway, so where was I going?
We'll get there. Let's see. You were talking
I have
about,
so much to fucking
I
say.
love music. You were
I could
talking
go
about, no,
on
you
and
were being
on and
mean
on
to
about-
Nikki in the Thai restaurant. You were telling me about that.
Yes. So here's the more of my story.
And you were being mean. I had to actually say something about that. Everybody was blaming me like, you're
Well, I was
apologizing for
saying,
this baby. You
Nikki,
cannot do that in front of
Phoenix
hold on.
doesn't have his own mind. You make it up for him because I said.
But you
this-
can't do that in front of Phoenix.
This is what I said. I said, Phoenix, when would you like to see me? He says, Daddy, I want to see you right now. And I was like, I would love to see you right now. Nikki, you just said it's all about the boy. It's all about Phoenix. He said, you want to see me right now. What do you think? I think we should wait like 5 days to let things count. So you said, I think. So it's all about you, Nikki, because you said, I think. He just said, Phoenix just said, I want to see you right now.
I think you, in my opinion.
Well,
you
he's
have
only
every
5.
right
What does
to
he
be
know?
mad.
He knows that he wants to see his dad. That's what he knows.
And any child should want to see their dad. It's terrible to be apart from your parents.
So I know it's taken a long time to get to the moral of my story, but here it is.
Take your time.
I had to go to jail for 18 hours. They took off my belt. They took off my jacket. It was freezing cold so bad that I was shivering to death for 18 hours. And the worst pain I've ever felt was that. You could shoot me with a riot bomb, which I already felt. I have 16 fucking staples in my head. I have 8 broken ribs. I have a broken clavicle. I have 3 broken feet. I have fucking 15 broken wrists. And the worst pain was fucking freezing to death.
What do you think that's about? It's like nerve endings or something? It does hurt.
If you shivered for 10 minutes, you'd be like, somebody please give me a blanket.
Yes. I would
Well, picture
not
doing
last
it for
10 minutes.
18 hours.
It's terrible. I can't picture it. It's torture.
Can you picture even 10 minutes of that?
No.
Like 10 whole minutes of, yo, I'm so cold.
Well, I
need
mean,
a
I've done
blanket.
10-minute like ice, dunks, but it's like you're doing breathing. It's like a totally different environment. You're in a torture chamber, essentially. It's not even the same. That's why you're doing ice baths now, to overcome it?
No, it's because it helps my calf muscles.
Does it help? I like an ice bath.
100% it helps.
It hurts. It's horrible, but it helps.
Oh, it's terrible,
on the long
but
run.
you feel phenomenal when you get out.
I agree. I agree.
It's good for you.
I agree. So, I will say, I'm never be able to tell you what to do, clearly.
No,
But
you can't do that.
no, I know. I would never try.
And the more you tell me what to do, the opposite is what I'm going to do.
I know that for a fact. I know that about you. I don't know you at all, but I know that is true. But I would just suggest, even, it hurts Phoenix to see you like that. And so maybe like all that rage still at Nikki, but like maybe just not in front of Phoenix. Again, do what you want to do. That's your baby. That's your life. That's your choice. It's not that. Who am I? Some random.
I figured out that is what hurts worse than I would rather take a machine gun and just shoot me the right here and let's go than you ghosting me for 2 months as I'm trying to beg to FaceTime my son.
That's pain, right? I mean, that's...
As I just bought you a car and I put it Reese Ford Pro Skater's name because you wouldn't fucking hit me back and I needed your driver's license and I'm buying your car in Petaluma, but because you don't have your driver's license, Reese Forbes is with me. I'm like, dude, you live in Nevada, so that's pretty close. I'll put it in your fucking name, and I did my part. You two can figure it the fuck out. But I did my part.
Did you go to any treatment in Nevada?
No, Novato.
Oh, Novato.
Novato is right near San Rafael, Petaluma. San
I've
Rosa.
never heard of Novato. I'm ignorant, though. I don't know nothing.
All right, here's San Francisco. Then when you go
I
to
was
the
in California. I was thinking Florida.
No, here's San Francisco. You go over the Golden Gate Bridge, and then there's San Rafael, then there's Novato, then there's Petaluma.
Okay, all
Reese
right.
Forbes lives in Novato.
All right, I
didn't say Nevada. I said Novato.
No, you did say Novato.
I know.
I was just like, oh, maybe he was just
remember
talking
everything.
fast. You did tell me you slur a while ago, so I was just filling in the blank. I told you I'm ignorant. I don't know geography. You know every capital of every country.
True.
I have actually seen you do that in action while watching about 12 hours straight of body camera footage.
Yeah.
You were telling them, quiz me.
Yeah.
And they were saying
So why don't
countries
you
and
quiz
you
me?
didn't.
Just give me 5 countries.
Oh, man.
Or states. It don't matter. States are so fucking easy. Bro.
States. What's the capital of Louisiana?
Baton Rouge.
I had to ask that one first. Okay, let me think which one you know all the states. Let me think of a country.
States are way too easy.
What's the capital of Dominican Republic?
Santo Domingo.
What about Spain? Oh, that's
Madrid.
easy. Oh, Madrid. Oh my God. I was thinking Barcelona. I'm so dumb.
No, Barcelona's a bigger city.
Okay. So what's the capital of Peru?
Lima.
I can't escape this.
Lima.
We're gonna edit that part out.
Lima is the capital of Peru.
We're gonna put that in the trailer. Okay, let's watch this. Speaking of Lima, let me show you this. It's very short. The whole entire video of all clips is only 4 minutes.
All right.
All of them together.
Do you mind if I hold on? Can you pause?
Yeah.
Can I talk to real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Can we order some DoorDash to like Indian food?
Prim can.
I'll go dash it.
I just need some like.
You like chicken makhni? That's what I like.
I like that, but I also like the. It's called lamb
Vindaloo?
vindaloo. Yes, and then could I have chicken tikka masala as well?
Yeah.
Thank you. And I'll pay for it. I have money.
No, I'll do it.
I might have to smoke a pole pretty soon.
Okay, let's just watch these first two then.
All right,
It's
let's
like maybe a minute total.
Hey, get in.
No,
Oh.
we can continue
Oh, I
the
thought you were
video.
taking a photo.
Wait, no, let's do that though.
Yeah,
That's
let's do
cute.
that. Though, yeah.
Here, we'll take a photo first. Hold on. No, I messed up. The last one. Okay, no, one more, sorry. Okay.
Okay. All right, let's do
Watch
this,
this video
and then
and then
food
we'll-
and smoke.
Yeah, Vindaloo would be nice.
Last
followed by Tandoori, and then I'll share with the gatekeeper.
You like Indian food?
It's my favorite besides Thai.
We like Thai too.
Thai is good. Yeah.
Let me show you this, and then we'll order food. Okay.
I just been doing this shit for a fucking year and a half, and I found out every time I escape or leave, my guardian, who I thought was on my side,
I did that edit.
would find out my location because either I would tell her or she would track down my GPS on my phone and get me re-Baker acted and
Down.
Jesus, tap dance Christ! What just happened?
Okay, so that was a little clip of you saying.
Yeah, but I wanted to see the rest.
You want to see the rest?
Well, why not? I'm here on it.
Okay, I'll show you the rest. Let me just show you this clip.
All right. Like I'm here.
So you were in, that was September. Well, the last time I was showing you videos, you told me to get straight to the point. So here I am thinking I'm doing what Bam asked to do. And now you're saying you want to see the whole thing. So if you would pick one, sir, I could make that happen.
Well, I invested my time to come all the way to Princeton, New Jersey. To
I think
invest
we're having
my
a
time.
lovely time.
I am, because you did your homework. and thank you for that. I appreciate it. Rock and roll. Love you.
Let's do our handshake.
Yeah. If
I
you
forgot
remember.
it. Oh no. Now you're doing it fast on purpose. Do it slow. This one, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I did it right. Okay.
I mean, we could continue it.
No, let's do this. That was September. All right, so this 3 months before you made that. 3 months before, here's Lima.
Mr. Bellman, it's Lima calling back. I
Can you
had
turn up a higher?
something just quickly I wanted to mention.
Okay.
Okay, so regarding his location, can you please not mention that I shared the location with you because I don't want him to...
I must have shit in my ears. Can you turn up a higher?
No, that's fine. Yeah, I understand. I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well.
Yeah, because it's a super something. It's like he has, regarding his location, can you please not mention that I shared the location with you because I don't want him to lose trust in me and not share things with me.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I understand. I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well.
Yeah, because it's a super something. It's like he has, and I don't want him to feel like I'm working against him, so that when he gets...
I don't want to seem like I'm working against him, but you are right
I don't
now.
want him to feel. I don't want him to feel like I'm working against him, so don't tell him. Even though I am working against him,
But don't tell him.
but don't tell him.
I don't want to feel
And
like
here's
that.
the moron cop. Okay, yeah,
Oh,
sweet
yeah,
lady.
fuck yeah.
No problem.
All right, let's go.
No. Okay, that was it.
Damn, I want to see more.
I mean, I have both of those videos. You want to see that one?
I mean,
Or you wanna
I
take
came
a
here
break
for-
now?
I have all the time in the world, really.
Okay.
For you, yeah.
Okay. Let me just. Okay. I'll show you.
Because
that
I
one.
want to get to the bottom of it. What do you think I'm going to do? Go to FDR and skate? No,
Can
I'd
you
rather
ju-
read all this.
Can you just?
Caught-
Can you tell me what this one is about? Hold on,
caught
real
in
quick.
something called the Florida Shuffle.
Then 2 days after you made that video.
So there's an app called Cameo that pays me money to have me say what they want to say, and I just got done watching a conspiracy video that somebody made about
Probably
Lima.
mine.
I watched it halfway through and got really confused and did not know what the Florida Shuffle was. So it was one big up yesterday.
I'll tell you what this is.
You know, this is the last thing Lima ever posted on Instagram.
This is Lima showing up to Aunt Missy's house in Sarasota, Florida, making me say that.
I figured. You know, this is known as the hostage video
And do you know that I didn't want to say that, but she like kind of made me?
because of Ivan.
Well, Ivan apparently spent $300,000 or more on helping me go to rehab, and
Why would he do that?
I don't know, but he's a rad dude. But anyway,
Is he?
Well, I like him. That's all I know. But he shows up, and because he paid $300,000, I could have paid $300,000 of my own money, but I already spent $660,000, so I didn't want to spend any more. So because Ivan paid that, I was like, I don't know how he paid it, but I love Ivan. But they show up and like, you have to say this. You have to say you're not in the Florida Shuffle, but I am. I'm the definition of it. But you can't say that. I'm like, well,
So did you see a video, a conspiracy video?
no.
They just said to say it because I had made a video like 1 or 2 days before. As soon as you said I'm in the Florida Shuffle and I was held against my will, a video came out that day. I was announcing it.
You know what? F*** everybody. Let's go. So now, Paramount says that I can't say this, but I'm saying it anyway because I don't give a flying f***. So,
Me neither.
Tremaine and Knoxville and Spike Jonze are Dick House. They're the dickheads at Dick House.
Not Steve-O?
Now Steve-O's involved with Dick House because he's been all sober and doing all well. So we all, even in Jackass 4, I'm not even in it, but
No, yeah.
I get my cut. And they signed a deal with Paramount to start Paramount Plus, which means that Paramount Plus means that now you don't get any back end of any kind of movie. So then Danger Aaron gets so pissed off. He's like, Jeff, what the fuck? He's like, Tremaine says this. Danger Aaron, don't worry, we didn't get any money either. Why would Tremaine sign a deal with Paramount Plus to make sure he got nothing? No, Dick House got a big fat fucking check, and then that's what happened. And then nobody else, like Dave England and Chris Pontius and fucking Weeman and fucking Preston, nobody gets any back end anymore except for Steve-O, Knoxville, Tremaine, Spike Jonze.
Even from the old ones.
No, this is what just happened with Jackass 4.
I see. Only 4.
Yeah.
And anything future.
Yeah, so
You know, Knoxville's was trying to make a prank show. Then somebody sued him before it ever even aired for pranking him and giving him emotional distress. Somebody that didn't consent to being pranked.
well, if you want emotional distress, tell him to step in a fucking room with me so I can kick his fucking ass. I will fuck him up in first try. Ding, ding, ding. You're done.
So you just made this video because Lima asked you to?
Yes.
Or made you?
Made.
Or what?
Or else.
What's that? Well, nobody's telling me or else. So what was she going to do?
Well, if I told you, yo, if you don't fucking do this right now, or else.
Well, I would think you were going to physically hurt me.
Yeah, well, or else. So you could.
But so you thought Lima was going to...
You could figure out what or else is when it comes to me. If you don't go downstairs and make me a lemonade, or else.
Else going to happen if you talk to me like that. We're going to have to see.
Or else, you might have to figure out what or else means. I don't know what or else
So
means.
you didn't really know what it was a threat, though, you felt?
A bit, yeah.
Or was it because you like Ivan and he's nice and he's cool and whatever?
I only met Ivan a couple times, but when I met him, I liked him.
So then,
and I don't know how he paid for some. Everything's a fucking mystery.
do you think it was maybe to help their business, Aura?
I never know. I don't know.
I
think I can ask a question real quick.
Yeah.
Yes, man, I have no filter.
Do you remember making a video with Lima side by side?
It's next.
When she said,
That's
okay,
next.
Okay, never mind.
She flew into Florida to make
Look,
me do this.
This is her current Instagram as of today.
She flew into Florida to make me do this.
It is, well, she's saying that she don't have no money because of me. So how she has money to fly into Florida, I don't know. But look, that's her Instagram with the no jumper shirt. Now we're going to the next clip. It's posted the same day on your official Instagram account. Same day.
I had to do this.
On the same day? This is the same day?
Same exact day.
Look, Bam Margera official Instagram account. Did Johnny Schillereff post this? Did you log in and post this video?
See, listen, hit pause.
Okay.
I, on my real Instagram, can't even know my own code because Johnny Schillereff wants to make sure that I don't get all larried up and threaten Knoxville to kick his ass. It's not a threat. I want you to get in the boxing room. Conor McGregor does it all the time.
Did you have a choice to sign that over to him, or it just happened?
Conor McGregor does this shit all the time. He's like, yo, I'm going to fuck you up. Get in the ring with me, motherfucker. But because I'm not a UFC fighter or a boxer, then it's Bam's all drunk or something. But it doesn't matter if I'm drunk or sober. Knoxville, get into a ring with me. No boxing gloves. Let's go. I fuck you up.
Boxing ring only.
Tremaine's too much of a p- to even show up.
I think his cortisol levels, respiration rate, I don't think he'd make it.
He'd have a cardiac arrest. That fat f-
Cardiac arrhythmia.
He's a hungry
You
hypocrite.
know. Okay. This one is what Ethan's asking you about.
This is Bam Margera here with my former guardian Lima, and I wanted to thank her so much for
over a year of war. We've been through thick and thin. War is together, and
true.
Without her,
Could you explain that? Because as soon as you said war, her whole demeanor changed. She took her hand off her hip, her eyebrows furrowed. She got real pissed when you said that. I could tell. I did a whole analysis on my channel of her body language.
This is what the war is. Her and Steve Timmer were in cahoots.
Yes, they were.
I knew. And that's why showing up from Florida tomorrow to read these documents, my lord. Well, believe it or not, I have 10 lawyers, but he's one to help me out with this. Peter's the lawyer for Nikki, and then Allison Trees was the lawyer for Paramount, and then Todd Thibodeau's the lawyer for Dick House. And
Thibodeau. That's a Cajun last name.
Cajun.
Like Louisiana people.
Ah.
So what was the war with Lima?
The war is going... Picture if I told you.
Why'd you thank her for that award?
Because she made me.
That little 125-pound lady?
Do you know how awkward?
Because this is what people are saying when I say this. She's obviously holding him hostage. People are like, "You're insane."
Because she's such a professional at being so nice and making sure that.
So that's why she was able to threaten you. Like, what's behind her that makes like you under control?
Is what is behind it is that I feel bad that I spent $660,000, but Ivan paid for like $300,000 of it.
Do you have proof of that? I mean,
not official.
That's
not,
weird.
It's not documented, but that's what they say.
A random stranger that they're getting nothing
But the fact
out
that you
of?
showed me this document that says Bam's house, $685,000. Bam's rehab, $660,000.
Isn't that interesting?
All y'all, mom.
Fuck all y'all with all these lies. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, but it doesn't make sense.
Everybody up the ass with a big rubber dick and then break it off and beat them all with the rest of it.
Why would Ivan Yevrimovich pay for anybody? You know, Lima Yevrimovich said that her two sisters have...
Is that a real name?
I have no idea. She's changed it many times.
I know.
But her sisters allegedly cannot afford treatment for their multiple personality disorder. And yet she's having her husband finance your treatment, who you can afford it. Amanda Rabb, they took off the street. A prostitute off the street, they took her and fundraised from an audience on YouTube for her treatment. Ivan couldn't have paid for her, but he's paying for some guy who can pay for his own treatment. Why would he do that?
I don't know.
Unless it's for like the clout of like, oh, we fixed Bam Margera.
Ladies
or something.
and gentlemen, I don't fucking know.
Me neither. It's a mystery to me.
It's a fucking mystery, and it's my goddamn life, and I can't take it anymore.
But you didn't do this video on your own free accord.
I was forced against my will.
That's a shame. That is a shame. So, but you're free now. But for who knows for how long?
Well, who knows?
So if you're,
I wouldn't even doubt it if the police just show up in my house for no reason, and then they put me in a straitjacket.
well, Lima's,
I've seen it happen. I'm like, what's going
because
on?
before they get there,
Straitjacket because what? Well, because you have 1 ounce of red wine.
that's
in
not
your
why,
cup.
Bam. It's because before they get there, either Stephen Timmer or Lima or whoever it is that
Stephen
calls.
Timmer, guess
listen,
what I did?
They
Guess what I did to
hold
Steve
on.
Timmer?
They tell the cops that they are calling that you are assaulting people,
Right.
that you are crazy, that you have schizophrenia, that you're on all these off your
all
medicines.
y'all.
Look what your family did to try to shut me up. Look at your official Instagram. It's no secret that Bam has struggled with mental health and addiction.
Well, who's writing this?
You tell me. It's on your Instagram page.
Well,
It says from the family. You've watched.
this is what I can't get to gate code to.
This is
I don't know the code.
No secret you've been struggling.
Captain
chaos.
Creamstain is what I have the code to, but I don't even know the code to that anymore either because
The girl.
of the
Look at
girl.
this. The Free Bam movement has caused confusion and threat to Bam and our families. Although we love sharing our lives with you, some things need to be handled privately. And treatment is one of them. Recovery is difficult, and even more so under public scrutiny. They're talking to me. So look, they said the Free Bam theorists have encouraged his exit from treatment. Is that true?
Say it again.
The Free Bam theorists have encouraged Bam's exit from treatment. Is that true? Did anyone from Free Bam encourage you to leave treatment?
How would I know? I've been locked up.
Well, you would know when you left treatment. Was any of those times for the reason of the free band movement?
I never even heard of the free band movement at this moment.
So they was lying on
At this
our
moment
name.
in time, I never even heard what the free band movement is because I've been locked up. I don't have Wi-Fi.
Last question.
I don't have the interweb. I don't have a phone.
Last question. And then we're done for this session.
Yes, ma'am.
Despite rumors, Bam has never been in a conservatorship, but a temporary healthcare guardianship for reasons not shared with the public. If Bam chooses to speak on this, he will. Do you choose to speak on this?
I have been in conservationship. Not true. We choose to speak about this. He will be when he's ready. The free band theorists have encouraged it. I didn't even know about it. Lacking knowledge of details is fuck all y'all.
Also, Steve-O in his podcast when he had you on was trying to get you also to
Tell Steve-O that he's not allowed to sell skateboards because you're taking it away from actual pros. You can't even rail slide on a fucking 2-stair handrail.
He couldn't even get a job as a clown at the circus he went to school at.
No, but I love him and he's my good friend. But you're not at liberty to sell skateboards. You have to be a pro to do it. And Knoxville, give the money back and give it to fucking Jamie Ford, you two Horrigome.
On that note, we're going to go order Indian food. Bye.
Vindaloo. When they know that you have insurance and they know that you can pay for it or you have money, they'll just keep it on going and going and going. Skateboarding is for professionals. Steve-O, you are a clown. Come on, Mom.
No, wait. I don't think that's a good idea.
I just have to say, you, Lima, Steve Timmer, Aunt Missy can all go f yourselves. It's called Castle Bam. It's not called Castle Jet.
Hello everybody. As you just saw, the original iteration of this video included a telephone conversation amongst Bam and his parents. We really want y'all to see that footage. Unfortunately, due to various reasons and circumstances, we will not be airing that footage at this time in this video. Now let's get to part 3.
To the revolution.
Yo, do you want to know something?
I do.
I have been to hell and back, and I met both, and he's fun, but he's an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I with now? Jesus, tap dancing Christ.
Were they playing any music in hell when you went? I heard that
It's the
they
best
play
music I've ever
Umbrella.
heard.
It's good music.
It's what you just listened to.
Oh, well, that's subjective.
Cradle of Filth.
That's what I was talking about. I said I don't think
Dark
you could survive
Funeral.
in here.
Behemoth.
You ever want to make like a folk album, like a Mumford and Sons? Is this dead? All right,
No, I don't.
I got something for you to
A folk album.
consume.
Oh, let's play some needy folk. No. I have Prince's fucking soundboard at my house.
Prince would definitely do a folk album. So
No, he would not.
yes, he would.
No, he wouldn't.
Okay, fine. I would.
Well, go ahead and do it.
I might, and
Let's
I
see
think
how
you're,
many people don't listen to it.
I think you're gonna like it.
No, I won't.
Bam, you know it's not about how many people that listen to it.
Yeah, it is.
Oh. That sounds like an MTV tactic.
It sounds like. So, is what you're basically saying is that if you made some kind of an album and then you only had 50 followers that said Nito, and you're telling me that it's not about how many people listen to it? Well, what if 50 million listen to it and now you're Taylor Swift? It is
Well, that would
about
be
who
a nice-
listens to
That would
it.
be a nice life, I guess. But I bet you
it
she has
is about
problems
who
I don't
listens to
have.
it. Everybody has problems.
Yeah, I know. You ready
And
to
no
watch
money,
this?
no problems.
That's true.
It is.
So when you're in the rehabs and stuff, who's taking care of your money?
Well, it's all in a locker.
How do you know?
Well, my credit cards are in a locker, but my dad's my accountant. He's been my accountant for 20 years or more.
You know, he's the one who signed for you to sell that house. To sell that house.
I'm starting to be very aware of this.
Anyway, here's Stephen Timmer in Pinellas County saying that you were ripping out somebody's titty.
This is
That is my Aunt Missy.
Monday Munchkin pickup order.
My Aunt Missy is the titty that I never ripped out.
I talked to Deputy.
No titty's been ripped out, and it was and he said that I was with a prostitute.
He's about to say it.
A prostitute. It's my Aunt fucking Missy, you fucking Steven Timmer face. Huh?
Yeah. So, who before this day had you ever met Steven Timmer?
He's a fresh piece of shit.
But did you know him? Because when
I know him, look at him. He's such a fucking piece of shit.
he looks like one of those Florida guys that goes to play golf in the middle of the day
And I'll beat him in golf
with his polo.
And all I need is a fucking 5-iron and a 9-iron.
Do you golf often? I think you should do that.
I'm very good at it.
I believe you.
Yeah. Well,
But do
why
you
would
go
I?
often?
I don't need to go often. When I do it, I'll beat you.
Oh, you could beat me. I
know.
have never even hit
But I
one
can beat
ball.
anybody else that's good.
I believe you.
You should.
So why don't you go do that more? I think you'd like it. Like go to the
Too much
driving
shit
range.
to do right now.
What are you doing? What are you working on? Besides this salacious series, we are just exposing it all to the world. Besides this, that
What
one
am I
don't.
working on? I'm working on new CKY coming out very soon. As a matter of fact,
Go.
if you go to the car, you have to hit track. It's CD5. It's the brand new CKY. We have to play track 1, and Jess is gonna be super mad I'm doing this, but he'll probably like it.
He's gonna copyright strike it. That's what he does.
No,
I've tried it before.
My
I've tried
brother
to play-
lives at my house.
Well, you're gonna have
There's
to tell
no
him to lift
lawsuit
the.
that's gonna happen, or else you'll have to leave my house.
It's not a lawsuit. It's where they take your. It's where they take your video down on YouTube, and people can't see the video. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, but Steve O'Brien.
So do you have one, like a Captain YouTube channel?
I don't want one.
Why not? You can make your anything you want
I
and
don't
put it
give
up.
a fuck. You know what I mean? I get $100,000 to do one stunt, so I'm not gonna have anybody be like, "Yo, man, if you jump off that bush, I'll give you $2,000." Eat my and do
Music
nothing.
or whatever on there. You could do vlogs. You could tell people what you're up to.
I can't stand it when people do daily things. So today I woke up. So today I woke up. Guess what, guys? My buddy Bam's gonna hang out and we're gonna get a bathtub, and then we're gonna hang up on a jacuzzi, and we're gonna jump on the trampoline. Jump on the trampoline. If you're not gonna do a triple backflip and eat shit, then I don't want to see it. I did a backflip on a trampoline. Neato.
I'd be doing.
Guess what? I'm gonna try a front flip, but I haven't done it in a couple of years. Well, who cares?
I would be doing that on YouTube.
Boring.
You're calling me right out.
Boring. Boring.
I have been accused of that.
Guess what, guys? I'm on the trampoline. I'm going to jump, jump, jump. But I'm actually going to try a front flip, if you can believe it or not. Ugh.
I think the people who follow me would be very impressed if I could do a front flip.
Well,
but you're
I don't
a little
want to
more
follow
advanced.
any of that. It's a waste of my time.
Well, even the videos about you don't even watch. So I don't expect you to watch my trampoline jumps.
Because I only watch shit that is fucking important to the cosmic web of the universe.
You never know where that could be lurking, though.
Yeah, I do.
I believe that, actually.
You should.
Do you want to watch more Steven Timmer?
Yes.
Okay.
His name is Brandon Margera, who plays like Dan from that show Jackass. Yes.
Brandon Margera.
And he's got a woman. There's a woman named Missy who is his monitor, and she.
Call my mom after this. Live.
And so she's been trying to keep her sober, but he took it off to New Orlando. He's doing cocaine already.
So when you're playing this, is there like a side shot of me and you watching it?
She said she thinks.
Like when people see it.
Oh, yeah. I can. You want to see my YouTube video about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me pull it up.
See, that's the thing. There's a whole bunch of things that me and you need to watch. That's why we have to spend a lot of time together. Cause
It's much more entertaining with me, too, because I'll be making videos.
I want to see what you do. Because I've never seen it before.
Okay.
That was a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, let me see one of your favorite things that you've done or something.
Which one should we do the most?
I don't know. I've never seen it before.
Should we do the BAM one from BT Investigates?
Oh, wait. Hey, When I ejected the CD track 5, I put it in the and it's a blank CD, so never mind.
I remember it.
Dude, man, I don't think we're ever going to find it unless I keep putting, because there's a whole bunch of blank white CDs. Jess does not want me to know or hear about it because it's a rough mix, and when I hear rough mix, I say, turn up the guitar. He's like, I know, Bam, it's not mixed yet. Turn up the drums. I know, Bam, it's not mixed yet. But he accidentally put it in my car. That's what's so funny, because now I have it and I heard it. And I heard it 8 times over and over again, and I love it. It's very, very, very good.
He's diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenic. Paranoid schizophrenic diagnosis. That's what Stephen B. Timmer said. He said to the cops he's been diagnosed with bipolar. He said he's out of his mind. So here's this cop. That's the report that he got. All 4 of these cops, that's what they were told by Stephen B. Timmer. So he goes, you look just like Bam Margera. And Bam goes, I am. And the cop's like, oh, okay, buddy, can we come in? Like, they think it's just like some crazy unhinged. Like, and even if he was some crazy unhinged, he deserves rights. But like, you just see how the tale that we were spun isn't adding up to what I'm seeing with my own eyeballs.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, you're on point. You're on point.
You guys all read? Oh, here come Missy. So now Missy enters the chat.
Oh, wow.
The cop,
let's
the
see
lady
this.
cop. Look at her down there. Look at her. Watch what she's about to say.
Did she know that this was happening?
Let's see.
Okay, let's see. But do you think, or do you know?
I am certain she knew.
You're certain.
I'm 100% sure.
Let's go.
And this lady at the end is currently on the phone with Lima. Okay.
Here, you're
going to
you
hear
need
Lima
this.
say something along the lines of, "Did he grab you?"
Where am I?
Almost as if she needed that to have happened. Now, if
Did you hear that? Lima gonna say, "Did he grab you?" So be listening for that.
Say it again.
The Amanda Rapp.
Whenever the cop comes around the corner, you're gonna hear Lima on speakerphone going, "Did he grab you?" Trying to get a setup, in my opinion, for you to have done something that's worth putting you in jail. So now you have to choose jail or conservative or whatever, right? Just watch, it's coming.
Let's go.
Story. This is how they got Amanda Rabb
These
put in jail.
motherfuckers.
Lima Yevremovich has a
I have to figure out
step-by-step
what the
guide
fuck
on her.
I have to figure out what their agenda is.
I think it'll fall in place. I think you'll figure it out.
Website, meetara.io.
You're very, very
which has now
intelligent.
been mysteriously taken down. Don't know why that would have happened, but I have receipts. If y'all go watch my Bam Margera playlist, you can find it. She has a list on her website that says how to do it to your loved one, basically. And step 1, she says conservatorship or jail. Okay.
Step 1.
Conservatorship or jail. The way that she got her first victim, conservatee, into actually she wasn't a conservatee. She was just like a kind of like a ward type of situation. But the way she got
tried
her
it out on
into
somebody
jail the
before
first time
you,
was
and that girl died.
Amanda allegedly assaulted someone. So it seems like Lima has a.
So you hear what I'm saying here? She told the cops Amanda Rabb assaulted someone. The cops picked her up. She went to Lima's care and she died.
Where the is the lighter?
And she needed an assault to happen. Now remember,
can you light it in a candle?
Timmer already talked.
You have a lighter?
Reed,
Prim gonna get one.
Who said you need to call the police if the man is committing a crime, because Marchman Acts and Baker Acts don't have anything to do with crimes. So if someone's committing a crime, they should be brought to jail or written a ticket, or the criminal justice system. Officer Deputy Reed from Pinellas, again, Pinellas did the right thing again, other than these redactions. But Pinellas County Police did the right thing and said, call 911. I'm not effectuating a Marchman order on a drunk person if you're alleging he's drunk. So then they had to call and say there was an assault. So this lady right here
homework.
is on the phone with Lima.
I love
She's doing check-ins with Lima. The cop is about to walk and talk to her. You're going to hear Lima on speakerphone. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but it's going to say, she's going to say, did he grab you? In her little baby voice.
I'm very good at Lima impressions.
I've already spoke with Steve downstairs. Is that who you're calling? No.
Let me turn it up.
Okay, no, that's fine. He won't. Okay, so
did y'all hear it? Did he grab you?
So
Lima.
what's going on? You can hang up. This is his guy. Okay,
She never hangs up.
The police are here. She's okay. So what?
Just listen.
So
She said
she's
this is
hearing
his
it.
guardian. Around the corner. You're back there getting ganged up on by 6 cops in the
Oh,
bridge.
I'm very aware of that.
You know, I never saw that footage. They didn't give it to me because you had an expectation of privacy in your hotel. So I have no idea what they did in there.
I'll tell you. But let's go.
This is his guardian. That's who she's talking to. Now, this is look at her
Melissa-
face.
no, what's her name? Antoinette.
That looked like a face of an innocent person to you.
No.
Melissa Dompierre. She's Aunt Missy to Bam. She was responsible for procuring the hotel rooms.
It's in her
on
name.
This hall. She booked 2 rooms, and Bam was under
You can
the
write on that
impression
paper
that
underneath.
his estranged or alleged wife, Nicole Susan Boyd Margera, Bam was under the impression Nicole Susan Boyd Margera was going to be here with Bam's son Phoenix. Bam has not been able to see his son at this point of the making of this video in over 150 days. Okay, so he thinks he's going to meet up with Nikki and bring his son to Disney World today. That is what he thinks.
And I put all this together and was telling people.
Are you okay? Do you want us?
No, he'll tell us if he wants to pause.
Okay.
He's out of his mind. He's totally out of his
When
mind.
it comes to Phoenix, dude, I just have to cry. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry to cry. I've cried over this very thing, and he's not even my son.
I just, you know, I just love him so much.
Yeah.
And when I hear his name, then I get reminded about how I can't see him, and it breaks my heart.
It's heartbreaking.
And I think that you can actually die from a broken heart.
I believe you can.
I know it's not a scientific fact because I'm a scientist, even though you don't think that I went to a university because I don't need to because I already done it. And I'm a geography scientist. And it's all right here.
And
But-
Phoenix has been being also used against you, like to lure you places. So it is very upsetting.
You have, what do you call it? Scorned. Once you're scorned, you see fire in your eyes and Babylon's burning. It's going to burn your fucking house down, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I can say that
There is something you can do about it,
Name one.
and you're learning it from the shaman.
Oh, yeah.
Got it!
Unearned wisdom is poison.
Oh, that's a good one. Unearned wisdom is not good. Obviously, it's not good, but
Well, you can't earn my wisdom. I can't just tell you it. You have to earn it.
fair.
Yeah.
You want to go on with Aunt Missy?
Let's go.
I guess, are you even Steve is correct?
Can you turn up a kind here?
We'll make sure we get everything on.
Unplug that for a minute.
Right now?
I must have shit in my ears. I can't hear shit.
No, that's
Go.
not that's not them. No, that's not them. No, they're talking to him inside. Okay. Do you have your ID on you or is it in your purse? Okay. So obviously you're his guardian, correct? Caretaker.
No.
So the cop said you're his guardian, correct? And then she goes, caretaker? And I said, no.
She's the minder.
I don't know what word you guys. What?
The cop said, I don't know what word you guys, because it's weird. Why was anyone told she was your minder?
You watch him. I don't.
Yeah. Okay, so let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
So the cop's trying to figure out who the hell even are you, lady? And she's like, let me tell you about this whole story about all kind of irrelevant shit.
He stayed at my house because he was in inpatient treatment.
Okay.
And on Wednesday.
I must have shit in my ears. You gotta turn it off.
It's as loud as it got. These body cameras are not good.
And he left before I left. So I got ready for work. And he left me in the
She's saying Wednesday night you were at her house.
Yeah.
You left. And now she's about to just go on this whole tangent about texting you. You texted this, but it's just a whole bunch of stuff. The question was, who are you? Are you the guardian? She still has Lima on the phone.
Buy some Colgate down to CVS, then I won't be able to get any toothpaste, and we're going to get some gas and murph, wah, 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 wah. Lips go back and front and back and flappity flap and yap, yap, yap.
Yeah, that's basically what she does. Yes. That's the body camera. It's so annoying. I've sat through hours of this.
hours. So now it's he don't have a phone.
The question was, who are you?
A teddy bear.
To him.
I'm trying to hear it.
What are
Tyler.
you doing here?
So after, as soon as I got out, I looked at the bar. Then, I couldn't find him. Then this lady called me. I'm like, who are you? She goes, I'm going to be.
I see a lot of y'all asking who can file an ex parte order. The people who filed this particular one are Lima Takali Yevremovich and Stephen B. Timmer.
No Warren
Lima
Boyd.
as the guardian and Stephen as an interventionist.
I'm gonna put a 7-year hex on Steven Timmer.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, well.
Because guess what? It's gonna come back to you. Then you're gonna be miserable.
That's true.
Yes, any random ass
I learned how to
person
be a green
who
witch
claims
and
to have
not a black
firsthand
one.
knowledge of your life can lock you up like this. Yes, that is true. So if that's what y'all are asking, that's yes.
Strangers.
She goes, well, he's at a skate park.
At the skate park.
I go, well, you know.
Why is she whispering? Because you're going to see she's ashamed and embarrassed and humiliated. She's about to say, tell Bam that y'all took me into custody because I don't want him to see me or know I'm here. Yeah, look at her. I wouldn't want my
You're gonna hear
family
it.
member to know I'm conspiring with the corporate overlords to put him in a conservatorship either, girl. But here you are, Melissa. Here you are, Missy. Antoinette.
Listen, he's drinking. I go,
So are you.
I go, he wasn't supposed to drink.
So are you.
So I then went, I said, so one of his friends called me and said, listen, he's at the Cheetah Club, strip club, which is the Cheetah Club.
That's true. I may rain.
Listen to this. They're chasing. They're calling us. Where is he? Where is he? We need him. Go. He's at the strip club. I gotta go to the strip. Leave the man the hell alone.
Yeah.
If you look at his 2019 interview with Dr. Phil, the biggest thing he told Nikki and his mom was, can you please just leave me alone? Let me work on my show. Let me do what I'm going to do and just give me some space. It was a clear boundary. And now they're literally hunting this man.
He started kicking rocks at me.
He started kicking rocks at her. Very aggressive.
Very aggressive. So I left. The police came. And he had already left. So then when I got home, the police were all up down my street. So they were like, do you know where Brandon is? I'm thinking, no, but please, I'm trying to find him. So the lady then called again on the phone.
The lady,
Sorry.
I did this live. Oh, now we get an ad.
Looks different around the world. In your home, it could look more than
lost my spot. I got too excited.
She goes, he's at the skate park.
So he's talking about the lady, and it's clearly Bam. I mean, it's clearly Lima, I think.
Right. So I then went, I said, so one of his friends called me and said, listen, he's at the Cheetah Club.
The Cheetah Strip Club.
That's
He's
true.
going to run over there kicking rocks.
Yeah.
Y'all know this video is going to be so demonetized. It's already demonetized. I already know.
I love strippers.
I've heard.
They're fun.
Okay.
Don't try to date them though.
Police came. Listen
It's
to
not
her.
worth it.
She said the police came to the strip club, and and Bam had already left.
I'm
Bam
going to
was
strip club tonight.
literally on the fucking run from these
We're also
crazy.
going to Johnny Peters and
He
do
was
them.
running from them. She said
It's a
she
gay
got home
nightclub.
and there was police lines all up and down her street.
On my street. So they were like, do you know where Brandon is? I'm thinking, no.
And they were like, "Do you know where Brandon is?" Y'all, what crime did the man commit? Does
None.
it strike you as odd
Like
that
I
police?
showed up to the Jesus Susie, or what was it called? Remember what it's called? Javier
Cheetahs. What's it called?
No. This hotel. It was called
Oh,
the
Don Cesar Hotel in Pinellas. Yeah.
So I said, hey, I am going to buy the top biggest presidential suites known to man at the very top. I want 2 suites that connect so I could knock, and I open the door. And I want Phoenix to be there when I get there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what was trying to get arranged. But Nikki apparently never shown up, and it was all sabotage.
Nikki was not there. And you know what the cop told the other cop? And I have this on body camera too. The lady cop looks at another cop and goes, "Oh no, the wife's not here." The man cop goes, "Why don't we just knock on the door and see?" She goes, "No, he's schizophrenic. He don't."
That's what she said.
The lady cop said, "Let's not even check to see if Nikki's there because he's schizophrenic." And how would they think you?
Is this the room he's talking about?
He's schizophrenic. His wife and kid is not there.
I know, but did you check?
No, I don't know.
I'm manic bipolar, I guess. That's about it.
But they were using that as an excuse to take away your rights, as far as I could see. Because the cop wasn't taking what you were saying seriously because someone, Stephen Timmer, had called and told them that you were insane.
Stephen Timmer. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen Timmer is the motherfucker that creates the Florida Shuffle. And he gets money to do that, and he's a piece of shit. We all have to let Steve Timmer know that he's going down, and we have to end this whole fucking thing to make the world a better place about the Florida Shuffle.
The Florida Shuffle is really sinister.
It's because when they know that you have insurance and they know that you can pay for it or you have money, they'll just keep it on going and going and going.
What's the longest you heard of somebody being in it?
Me. I have to Guinness Book World Record of it.
You think so?
No, I know so.
Because the judge said that.
Yeah.
The judge said, I've never even seen anybody.
Book of World Record
I don't like when you
of
holler.
longest Florida Shuffle. Me.
According to the Guinness Book.
No, it's a fact.
The fact is the Guinness Book.
Yeah, so I should be in it.
Somebody
Longest Florida Shuffle.
named Bam Margera once told me that
Anyway, longest air in the world of skateboard and highest air in the world at the same goddamn time on a skateboard. Rock and roll. Guinness Book of World Record. Longest Florida Shuffle. Bam Margera. Longest juggle as doing a manual with a tutu on with a fucking button on my nose. All right, Steve-O. Whatever.
the failed clown.
Fucking clown.
Do you know that Steve-O
I love him, though.
Do you know that Steve-O couldn't get a job as a circus clown at the circus he graduated from?
Well, listen. When you're a skateboarder,
Steve-O's not a professional skateboarder.
hell no.
That's what I heard.
Are you? He's the worst skateboarder on the planet.
No, I'm worse than him for sure.
No, I don't know about that.
I don't think I can
he
stand
has
up.
the worst style known to man.
Okay, my style would be impeccable right before I broke something.
Like Corey Juno is born to skate. He burns 0 calories. He can frontside flip this 13-stair shit with effortlessness.
Ask me who my favorite skater is.
Who?
Reese Nelson.
Who the fuck is that?
It's a little girl. She was at what's his name, LASIK's birthday party, and I just am enamored with her.
Is she on Burhouse right now from
She has,
Calgary,
she
Canada?
has 2 braids, and
Yes.
she's a little girl, and she's amazing, and
I
she's
just met
so
her,
cute.
actually. Yes. I just met her.
And my second favorite, maybe. I don't know. Still, jury's out.
Well, there
You're
go.
way above Steve-O and Brandon Novak, though, for me.
Dude, Steve-O, he can only do a rail slide.
No fakie.
And he can only do like a manual, which is like this. And he can only do basically nothing.
Do you think maybe he has bone spurs or something?
No, he just is not good at skating.
Just incompetent.
He just isn't good at it.
Me neither, to be honest. I shouldn't be too
And
hard.
he's been skating his whole life. I seen him. The neatest thing I've ever seen him do was a double kickflip on a coffee table in front of Nicole Richie.
Oh, Nicole Richie.
Yeah.
Some Simple Life era partying.
Yeah. But you can't be, if you try to act like you're a skater, skaters do fucking kickflip front boards down handrails.
Mm-hmm.
If Steve-O wants to juggle while he's trying to bounce a fucking chair on his goddamn nose and do a kickflip, it's fucking bullshit.
He probably would have gotten a job at the circus if he did do that, though.
Well, he did get a job at circus.
Not the one he graduated from.
Well, I don't know, but
Do you want to watch more
I
Plant
just
Missy?
don't like clowns when it comes to skateboarding. You're a clown in skateboarding, and you're selling skateboards, and you're selling a lot because you're on Jackass. So neato for you, but you're taking it away from Jamie Foy. You're taking it away from Yuto Horigome. You're taking it away from fucking Corey Juno. You're taking it away from Tom Penny. You're taking it away from fucking Jeff Raleigh. You're taking it away from everybody. You motherfucker. You can't just show up and do a rail slide and put a Steve-O's graphic and Steve-O's skateboards with Johnny Knoxville on it, and he can't even skate whatsoever. You're taking it away from us. I love him.
To be honest, to be completely honest, Bam, I'm gonna have to say you are mistaken.
For what?
I can't think of a single person, a soul on earth, that would, instead of buying a U skateboard, buy a Steve-O skateboard.
No, I showed up one day He's like, Bam, you wouldn't believe it. I'm like, what? He's like, I sold $43,000 today. I'm like, on what? He's like, Steve-O skateboards. I'm like,
Oh yeah, but they're not buying them instead of BAM ones.
Well,
they
they-
already have a house full of those, probably.
Well, they buy them to hang them up on the wall or something. But
That's why I want
I
the
don't know
pink
what
one.
they do with it. But skateboarding is for professionals. Steve-O, you are a clown.
Not
You're
even a
not
professional.
allowed to sell Steve-O skateboards and take it away from the real ones.
Oh, you're giving him a lot of credit though, because I really don't think he's
No,
taking nothing away.
he's not allowed to sell Steve-O skateboards
Or
because
else,
you're not a pro. Or else.
or else.
Or else.
We don't know what it is, but it's going to be else.
Well, it could be a whole lot.
Hey, don't do all that. You want to watch more Aunt Missy?
Sure.
People, aunties are all up and down the street searching for Bam, and his big crime was he went to a strip club and he's drunk.
I'm doing that tonight.
I told you I've said these exact words.
I went to Tippity Club last night. I made it rain. It was fun. Somebody broke my finger again. But it's all right.
I can't wait for Jess Margera to be all in the comments blaming me for it.
Let's call my mom.
No, wait. I don't think that's a good idea. We're
Yeah, it
certainly not calling her from my phone.
What time is it? That's a good enough time. I need your phone.
No, I don't think we should call her.
No, we're doing it.
Because I'm in an active lawsuit and they're going to act weird
It has
about
nothing
it.
to do with you. I just wanted to say hi to her.
Also my number.
KQ, yeah. She always answers.
Don't mention me.
I ain't.
Okay. Wait, we can't call her because we are recording right now and we
are.
don't need to be recording her a phone call.
No, we're doing it.
Did you ever use Lima's virtual reality?
I did not understand it one bit.
So you thought that the regime that they had you on could potentially result in you losing your life?
Yeah.
You said you got to go back to LA tomorrow.
Hopefully. I don't want to get my hopes up, but I'm really hoping to see Phoenix.
Aw.
Nikki, please.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to That Surprise Podcast. If you missed the first 3 episodes of this series, it may be helpful for you to go back and watch those before this one. So what you're about to see is the 4th interview that I did with Bam Margera. Now, 2 of the interviews did take place on the same day, but it was during 2 different sessions. So on Saturday, May 27th, 2023, I was minding my business. I was actually recording my music video footage for my new Punjabi song. It is available on SoundCloud and the music video is now available. So make sure to stream that. Anyway, I was minding my own business. I had both of my green screens up. I was recording my music video. And little did I know, Bam Margera was texting me. So finally, like 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour after Bam actually texted me, I finally saw my phone. He was saying he was in Philadelphia. Now, this was over a week ago at this point, but he said he was in Philadelphia and he would be going to LA the very next day. He said he needed to come and talk to me again. There were some things that he wanted to say, and he said it was very important. He said, I want to say some really important things. I need to do another interview with you, and I do not know when I am going to be coming back. So it's very important. So even though I did have other plans, and usually I don't stop what I'm doing on a dime for people, I did think that it was important for transparency and journalism and all of that, for the public good and all of that, to allow Bam to say what he needed to say. What you are about to watch is basically what Bam wanted to tell y'all. Now, I do want to say, when he was texting me, he said, I am sober. I'm not going to be drinking. I'm not going to be larried up or whatever he said. You know, I'm paraphrasing right now. I'm not reading the texts, but basically he assured me that he was not going to be drinking. The other interviews that you've seen on this channel with Bam, those were all at nighttime or in the late afternoon,
evening time. This interview you are about to see right now happened in the broad daylight, right in the middle of the day. Bam came, he interviewed, he sat down with me for, I guess, about an hour, maybe a little less, and he left. That was it. Now, much like the last time I interviewed Bam, a bunch of stuff has transpired in the meantime since I interviewed him and right now. He has apparently been 5150'd in LA. He said he wanted to see his son Phoenix. Hasn't seen his son Phoenix as far as I'm aware, but they were tracking him down. And by they, I mean his family was tracking him down with the help of the police using the GPS coordinates on his phone. Bam, you will hear him say in this interview that he feels hunted down. He feels stalked and all of that. He feels like there's an insidious reason behind these manhunts. I'm not saying that is the truth. I'm not saying it's not the truth. I'm saying that's what Bam says. So without too much further ado, I do want y'all to just hear it from the man himself. I don't exactly know what's going to happen with Bam. I don't exactly know what did transpire with Bam. I don't have any further information to share at this point. But let's get right into this interview. The footage was taken on Saturday, May 27th, 2023. Action.
Rock and roll.
Okay, Bam Margera, the man, the myth, the legend. All right. Beep. Whew, Bam, you're back.
I am.
So this time, you came actually prepared with your own notes and things.
Yes.
Let's do a couple preliminary questions out of the way.
All right.
Have you seen the other episodes of the podcast that came out so far?
I have not.
Fantastic. So, yeah, you texted me earlier today.
Yeah.
And you said, I have to say something important.
Yeah. Well, I just want to get to the bottom. Let's just cut bullshit and get right to the fucking bottom of it because a lot has been going on. First of all, thank you. I know you're jealous of my sneakers.
I am. Look at these. We're going to get a shot with the camera after this. We have to get a full, you know what? We can stand up and take a picture in there in front of the green screen with like our whole outfit.
All right. So let's start with, I flew home from being in California for about maybe 2 years. And then I was also in Florida for a couple of years on the Florida Shuffle bullshit. But I flew home without telling anybody, not my mom, not my brother. So when I showed up, it wasn't like welcome home. It was more, my mom was seriously like, oh, so when you guys leaving? Not how long you staying. It's like, f you is when I'm leaving.
Okay.
So my brother was acting like, well, welcome back and all this stuff. So I'm playing downstairs music with Jess and it was attached to the GBL, his phone. So I'm like, yo, I want to play you this song you never heard of. Let me see your phone. So I start typing it, bling, it's a 3-way text and my name is on it. And it's with the producer and the guitar player. And it says, we didn't know Bam was coming home. He's ruining our program. We have to find any way to get him back to California or even 302 him for no reason pretty much. So I lost my shit. She comes over the very next day and I'm sleeping and Jessica's like, I would not be here if I was you. She's like, well, I have to verify that a pipe's getting fixed. Why can't the pipe guy say, FaceTime Abe, hey, I fixed it? What's she gonna do? She didn't know how to fix a pipe. Hey, did you guys fix it? Yeah, we fixed it. Just FaceTime Abe and say it's fixed. You don't have to come over. So anyway, she's like, if Bam wakes up, he's gonna be very, very, very angry. I would really leave if I was you. So then when I get home, Jess's fridge is stacked to the hilt with beer. And then I open up the freezer and it's filled with Jägermeisters. Abe comes over to take it all away. So Jess gets to have all this alcohol, but when I show up, you take it all away? I'm a grown-ass man. I could just go to the store and get more, and I don't even like fucking beer.
It's very interesting how the standards are applied.
But who is my mom to come over my house and take my shit?
I have no answer to that.
That's the reason why I put her on Dr. Phil is because she calls up my friends and says, don't tell Bam about what's going on at the house. That's why I went on Dr. Phil, because she manipulates my friends, forcing them in a horrible situation to lie to me or her.
It's a tough situation.
And then I went over to Kerry Getz's house because he has an 8-year-old named Olivia and Isabel's 8 and they're 2 peas in a pod. So I grabbed Kerry's phone and it went bling and it was my mom going, don't tell Bam, but is Bam over there? And I'm like, screenshot, and I sent it to Abe. After she just says, I never called anybody, I'm like, well, then what's this? And you're doing it again. You said, don't tell Bam, but is he over there? That's why I took you on fucking Dr. Phil.
She's still doing the same things.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
Terrible. Because I think she believes her own lies. I'm like, Ape, you called up my friends asking where I am. She's like, Bam, I did not call anybody. I'm like, screenshot Jeb Cardi. Hey, don't tell Bam, but is he with you? No, he's not with me. Yes, I was. But anyway, Ryan G, is he over there? Oh, I don't know. And then Tim Glom, is he over there?
I feel like if it was me, I would feel very like hunted down or stalked or something. Not stalked like a legal allegation, but just like
so hunted down and paranoid, but I have to be paranoid because they're really after me.
For what? Why are they doing it still?
They want to, I don't know what they want to do, but they want to like lock me up and throw away the key. And my mom keeps saying, Bam, we just love you to death. I'm like, yeah, because you're killing me. Why don't you love me to fucking life?
Yeah.
We have Phil, who we would always be friends and always talk, but lately, every time I talk to him, it's just a fucking pep talk about how I'm a fat drug addict piece of shit loser.
Your dad says that to you?
Yeah, it makes me feel real good. And then we have Jess, who's a fucking Tweety bird.
Can we talk about Jess Margera's tweets?
I don't read Twitter, but people tell me all about it, that he's like on a rant tear.
He asked me publicly on my page on Instagram, are you the one who gave meth to Bam? He asked me if I gave you meth.
Yeah, you were upset that I even had a cup of wine in this house.
But if we're gonna get mad at Jess, Steve-O, he did the same thing. He called me a loony lady and implied that we were doing meth together. Steve-O, and millions of people saw it. Millions of people saw that video of Steve-O accusing me of doing meth with you.
It's crazy because Jess said, like, there was a People Magazine article saying that Jess said that I'm on meth. I'm like, Jess, you talked to People Magazine about me being on meth, and I swear to God and on Phoenix Life, I'm not. I went to urgent care with my lawyer, got a piss test, and the results are negative. So you are fucking, you're getting evicted.
Bye.
So then, Ape, I go, Ape, I went to urgent care with my lawyer, and the fucking meth results are negative, so up your butt with the coconut. She goes, well, you probably had Jessica piss for you. I'm like,
how do you even...
What? And if she did piss, they would know it's female piss.
Oh, would they? Is that how that works?
Yeah, that's what they said.
There you have it. Learn something new every day. This episode brought to you by the letter. They know if it's female when you piss.
And then she's like, well, you probably bought fake piss. Yeah, I bought fake piss.
My God, Jesus Christ. Anyway, so you passed the drug test. You weren't on meth, and you're suing Jess for defamation.
Yeah. If I swear to God and on Phoenix the Wolf's life, you know I'm telling the truth.
It's almost like it's part of the setup, though. I mean, you saw the text.
Yeah.
Let's 302 him. 302 is like a 5150, right? In just different states or whatever. Yeah. So, let's say he's on meth. Let's start a rumor. And then Steve-O repeated the propaganda bullshit, fake news lie. And millions of people have seen it.
Yeah.
What happened to your Instagram account?
Someone hacked into it and deleted it.
Who?
I don't know.
Do you have any theories? Who could it be?
Don't know. No clue. I mean, I have a couple ideas, but I don't really want to name names.
I want you to name this. That's the question.
But if I'm fucking mad, then Ape automatically thinks Bam must be drunk or high or both. It's like, maybe I'm just mad.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to rage out. Have you ever been in one of them break it rooms? You might like it.
Yeah, I actually have.
You like those?
We're going to do that for VH1.
We should see if we can go to one.
Yeah.
Break some things up. But you got to go. We don't talk about this part. We can take it out if not. But you said you got to go back to LA tomorrow.
Yeah.
What are you going to LA for? What you got to do over there?
I have to record a song with this band Cave, and then hopefully... I don't want to get my hopes up, but I'm really hoping to see Phoenix.
Aww.
Nikki, please. And then I have to get my Bentley, and then I have to visit Danny Way in a wellness retreat. And then
you're doing one of those?
No, he is. Danny Way. Let's just say it's that. But I'm going to support him. And then
great.
And then I have to visit the shaman, of course, Mahatma Gandhi.
You saw the shaman recently?
Yeah, he flew in 5 days ago to support my sobriety with his wife. And I've been staying on a 90-acre property pretty close to here in Doylestown with this pro skater named Ed Duff, who rides for Tony Hawk's company Birdhouse. And his dad owns Duff Electric, which powers 10% of Philadelphia or whatever. But
That's
they have a
awesome.
lot of land and 5 different properties and fucking Ferraris and shit. Dirt bikes is fun.
I wonder if they'll let me use that pink one for a music video or something.
100%.
I love that thing. We'll put a picture right here. Y'all can see it.
I spent $377,000 on the Lamborghini Murcielago, and I thought that thing was fast. It was probably like 1,000 or something horsepower. I don't know. But this Audi R8, the pink one,
it's not a Ferrari?
2,200 horsepower. It was like
2,200 horsepower.
And I always buckle my seatbelt behind me because I don't give a fuck. But when he floored the gas, it was like, and I was like, oh, stop. It was fast as hell.
So you said the shaman came to support your sobriety.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that in general?
Yeah, and then the main reason was to also go to my house, analyze the vibe, because he's really good with that, like
he's a vibe
feeling
king.
The flow and seeing if I should sell it or how much I put into this thing. So my mom says, Bam, you're not allowed to come over your house until the lawyers settle this. I'm like, well, Mom, if I come over for an hour with Naveed to show him the property, how are the police going to know? Unless you call them.
You could sell that house.
Yeah.
And then buy the one down the street on the corner. It's a beautiful little house for sale.
Yeah.
Just live in Princeton.
Well, it's an option
here.
to sell it. And when Naveed came, they pretty much Ape and Phil chit-chatted with Naveed the whole time outside. And I don't even think he got to like see the recording studio or even my bedroom. Like he's supposed to look at it all. And they didn't let him go up and...
because he needed to do the vibe check.
So then Jess's tweets, Bam being on meth. Jessica has a new nickname called Methica. She's never even seen or tried that shit.
That's messed up.
She went to Glasgow University for criminology. Like,
why do you think that's now her nickname for her?
Because Jess been murphing it up.
Nobody was calling her that before Jess's tweets, in other words.
Nope. I mean,
interesting.
Isabel might grow up and surf the interweb one day and find out that her name was fucking Methica.
She almost certainly will find that out.
She's never even seen or tried it or even know what it is.
Why do you think Missy Margera is so invested in Isabel's
I don't know,
well-being
but
or
for
whatever?
her to text me, she's almost like harassing me. I heard that Jessica had Isabel at a bar on Friday night. What kind of mother is that? We're in New Hope, out on the patio. She was at a grilled cheese in a fucking Shirley Temple. Well, the sun wasn't even down yet. So it's like eating at a TGI Fridays.
It's a shame. I was holding out hope for Missy Margera, like thinking maybe she was like a real one somehow, but it seems like...
Well, she used to be my high school sweetheart. I don't know what it is with her, but she's like harassing me nonstop. She FaceTimed me back to back 8 times today until I answered. FaceTime, end. FaceTime, end. FaceTime. I'm like, what the f-?
What'd she have to say when you finally...
She said, you took Isabel to enter a hot dog eating contest in Essington. What kind of parents? I'm like, we went to support my fat friend Head because he was going to try to eat as many hot dogs as possible.
He can eat a lot. He ate our whole charcuterie board.
We were going to cheer him on. She was a crowd fan cheer. She wasn't in the contest.
Maybe she thought it was like gross and you shouldn't have a kid at the hot dog eating thing.
There was tons of kids. There was a moon bounce.
Seems kind of weird to have that idea whenever you're someone who married Bam Margera, though.
It was a grand opening of Head's hot dog shop called Relish.
He has a hot dog shop?
Well, he doesn't own it, but he works there.
I was going to plug the hot dog shop.
Relish. It's called Relish.
Go to Relish. See Head. Don't ask him to do a hot dog eating contest. It will offend Missy Margera.
Well, I thought he was going to slam. See, I saw, what the fuck is that crazy guy's name? The Nathan. You win $100,000.
It's gross. It is disgusting.
But this guy ate 71 hot dogs. So I'm like, Head, you're going to at least 20. Head, I think he ate 2.5 and barf. So then he got disqualified.
2.5 hot dogs? He didn't train.
Hell no.
So you wanted to talk about what else?
Well, then I randomly said, yeah, the only time Nikki says I'm armed and dangerous. I never carried a knife ever in my pocket, and I've never fired a gun except with the rapper Lil Xan once in the Redlands. Well, I guess she didn't know who Lil Xan was. She thought I was on a little bit of Xanax firing guns. I'm like, no, it's Lil Xan, the rapper. I wasn't on Xanax. I don't take that shit.
Do not try at home. Shooting guns on Little Xan. That wouldn't be a good thing to do.
But man, I never. He's like, you've been on Jackass. You've done all this crazy shit. You basically stuck a hot poker up and ripped your off. You never fired a gun. Let's go to the Redlands.
Oh man, they used to have gun training courses through my school. You know, I went to school in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And they had, you know, the 4-H.
Uh-uh.
It's like an agricultural club. The kids are farmers and stuff. But they would take you out like every weekend and stuff to bring you to the gun range and show you how to use them and gun safety and all that. It was very normal to me. And then I moved to Boston and I told people that and they were like, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, they taught us all about it and they were teaching us how to do it and things. And then when you turn 16, you get a rifle. And you're 18, you can get some. I don't remember the ages, but they were using all the guns out there. So what about the lawyer? You want to talk about that next?
Yes, so because Jessica went to Scotland University, Glasgow, she got Donald Trump's impeachment lawyer, who's a powerhouse, and
Is there a connection between Scotland and the?
No, she just did her research and found a really good lawyer.
Oh, she's smart. Okay, got it.
Right. So you know, her and the lawyer get along phenomenally because she did her research like you, but it's just the little things. Like all Jess said when I got home was it just kind of sucks, and then he would start. So Jess, what's the problem now? Well, it just kind of sucks, you know, like, you know, Ava always comes over on Friday, my daughter, and, you know, I open up the fridge and she always likes this vitamin water and now it's missing, and it just kind of sucks because I have to drive 4 miles down to the store and buy another one and 4 miles back. It just kind of sucks. You know what just kind of sucks? You kind of suck. So then when I get back, we had a little barbecue, just like a welcome back party, and I had
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, but I didn't know yet because I still didn't have a phone because some dickheads, I lost all my numbers. I had to get another phone, so I couldn't call many people except the ones.
I'm gonna
in my
tattoo
head.
it on your neck next to Warren Boyd.
So I had like maybe 7 or 8 really close skater friends and 2 skaters from Florida that I didn't know, but they were like pros, so they were rad and I trusted them. Jess the next day says, yo, somebody stole my $500 microphone from the studio and it must have been one of those dudes. I'm like, they would not steal from me. And not to mention there's a camera right there, so let's rewind it and and see who took it, because nobody even went upstairs except for me. I played a game of pool with 2 dudes one time and that was it. The rest of the time we were outside barbecuing. And as a matter of fact, you had more than 8 friends because you had a whole fucking band and fucking Todd Yetter and so and you had more rock band things at the barbecue than my skate friends. So anyway,
You should have asked him if he had renter's insurance. He should claim his mic on that policy.
Well, it gets better. So he said the camera wasn't recording, so I'm like, shit. So I go, I know what to do now. I'm going to call the 2 dudes that I played pool with because they were upstairs and they were the only ones upstairs. And they're the only ones that I didn't know. Everybody else would never do that. So I go, if you call someone out red-handed, then if you're on film, they have to admit it. There's no way around it.
Yeah,
unless you really didn't do it. Yeah. So I go, yo, man, I'm not home yet, but my brother said a $500 mic's been stolen, and we have a camera to prove it, and he said it was some dude with a red shirt, and last time I checked, you were the only one at the house with a red shirt, which was made up. And he's like, well, it must have been somebody else with a red shirt because it wasn't me. And I'm like, well, I'm going to be home in 10 minutes, and I'll know if it was you or not. He's like, go ahead and look because it ain't me. So then I called him back up. I'm like, I'm so sorry, dude. It was a different guy in a red shirt. So I called up the other guy with the black hat and the black shirt, and I said, yo, same thing. And he's like, well, it must have been some other guy with a black hat and a black shirt because once you get home in 10 minutes, you're going to find out it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't do that. I'm like,
there it is.
All right. And I called him back. So sorry, dude. It was a different guy with a black hat. So it wasn't
You are crazy for that too, though. Like doing those little investigations.
It's what they did was they came up with a plan to take their own mic and just throw it in their car and see, like, look, Bam's home for 2 days and we already have a $500 mic stolen. They took their own mic.
What's going to be the fate of
Just so they could bitch, look, Bam's home and now skate friends are here. Now we have a mic on. This is bullshit.
What's going to be the fate of Prince's soundboard?
Well, no, it just kind of sucks, you know, because we're trying to make rock band music and then there's skaters skating and we kind of hear a bunch of ollies and shit. You can't hear shit from down there.
Oh my God, stop. He said you could hear a bunch of ollies in his recording studio.
Well, no, it just kind of sucks, you know. You know, it just kind of sucks. You keep saying that all these bands rent the place, but last time I checked, Your band Sovereign Eagle did a whole entire album, followed by CKY, whole entire album, followed by Nate Bergman, who sings now for CKY. So I bet you 100% that all that was free. Why would you charge your own band?
So the people that were texting him about the 302, it was people that you're in a band with, or it was a different band he does recording stuff with?
It was the producer and a guitar player.
From CKY?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just a guitar player.
Just some guy.
Yeah.
Some rando trying to lock you up so he could get in your house.
Yeah, because I'm ruining their program.
Well, too bad.
And Jess is like, well, there's a band coming, and they already booked it and reserved it, and you're in your bedroom now. I'm like, yeah, it's one bed. Guess what? Check out the side barn thing with the bed in there, which has all this room. Jess, guess what? I'll put another bed in there. Problem f***ing solved. What do you do? I'm home. One bed. That's taken. So we'll get another bed, put it in there, problem solved.
Did you ever use Lima's virtual reality headset?
Yeah.
What was that like?
I did not understand it one bit because you put on this helmet thing and she's like, tell me which one makes you feel more soothing or feel better. So in the right eye is a fucking kitty cat all purring and stuff. I'm like, oh, I love that. I can't wait to pet it. Then in the left eye is a goddamn Tyrannosaurus Rex charging you and trying to eat you. I'm like, which one do you pick? I picked the fucking kitty cat 100%.
And then when you passed?
You're on the right track. I'm like, of course I am.
So they didn't put you in any scenes like virtual, like Skid Row, for example?
You know what? After that point, I did a couple more. I'm like, I don't get it. But anyway, when all the 911 calls that you played me of her, she says on all of them to the police, we have to let Bam think that we're on his side.
Basically,
but we have to lock him up and throw away the key. We have to make Bam think we're on his side. Why couldn't she say, we're on Bam's side, but we have to make him think? That means you're not on my side.
Please don't tell him I told you, because I want him to trust me, and I want him.
That's exactly what you said.
I want him to work together towards his treatment when he gets back in rehab. I think he might be at this place. Oh no, I'm calling him back. Oh, now he's over here at the courthouse all day trying to get another Marchman order, having the police come out, saying you was titty ripping, wasn't ripping. It's just like, I don't know, but I'm very curious about how your face ended up in a billboard in virtual reality hell.
I don't know. I didn't even know about that. But Stephen Timmer, the interventionist, I have the Guinness Book of World Records of longest Florida shuffle.
You were saying that last time.
So he says I had 90 days to do, and then I'm like at 88. I have 2 days left.
We did this one.
Okay.
We did this one. And he kept saying you threw the cigarette out in the bush, and then it was burned down the forest.
They filmed it smoking, but it wasn't on fire. And it was just one bush. He's like, you could have lit the whole forest on fire. You're going to a different place.
Which I think you actually... Oh, no, that's not California. But it does happen like that in California. Yeah. Like a little tiny thing, and the whole forest will blow up.
Yeah.
But it seems like maybe it was just a ruse for something else.
Steve Timmer, I guess, called the police and said that I was in a hotel room with a prostitute.
He said that, yeah. We played the 911 call.
Aunt Missy, you idiot.
So once you're back in LA, you planning on staying there for a while? Because maybe hopefully to see Phoenix?
Playing Nikki.
You're going to play nice with Nikki? Good. You should, though.
I've talked to him or seen him. My heart is broken.
You ought to be able to see him, and you ought to act right when you're around him, and it's all about him and stuff too.
But
you know?
even to answer my FaceTime, I'm 3,000 miles away. So if you see that I'm normal, let me talk to him. And if you slightly think that I'm slurring a word or whatever, then hang up on me.
So how you been feeling and all that, working toward all that to be able to...
I mean, the lawyers are still working on it, but David fucking Glasshole, Nikki's lawyer, is billing her $100 a minute. So he's like, Nikki, don't answer Bam's calls. He has to go through me, and so do his mom and dad and anybody who calls. Yeah, because you want $100 a minute charged. She's probably got a $20,000 to $30,000 bill that she probably can't afford, and I ain't paying for it. When it's fucking, we could spend 2 minutes figuring this out. Nikki, when is better for me to FaceTime Phoenix? How about high noon on Wednesday or fucking 1 on Tuesday? That's
Why don't
it.
y'all put like something in the schedule and it's just the same time, and then Phoenix can expect it and know when he's going to see you next, talk to you next. You can expect it. Everybody can plan. Maybe, I don't know. Just what do I know?
Now I'm up to 20 grand and she's probably up to 20 grand or more. So 40 grand to figure out if Wednesday's better than Tuesday. We can figure this out on our own.
Well, David Glass has to get paid.
Well,
you know,
of
he has
course.
to get
And
his
she
paycheck.
thinks that David Glass is such a good, he's got my back big time. He don't give a fuck about you. He wants money.
He has been her lawyer and other stuff too.
Yeah, and he said to fucking TMZ and
He
all
did.
the press that I am a deadbeat dad who's not provided her any checks or a transportation car, and I bought her a fucking car fucking 6 months ago. Fact. I have the paperwork to prove it, and I have at least 15 checks that say $5,000 straight to her bank account. So fuck you, and that is defamation.
But facts ain't defamation.
Well, if he didn't do his research. I fact bought her a car.
There it is.
Then is why she I think she loves to drive me bonkers because she left it in Petaluma when she flew back to Burbank. So I had a skate friend who lives up there drive it down for me, paid him $1,000 to do it, and then I had to
Gaston
fly him
Dern,
home.
huh?
No, my buddy Jesse Ray Gullings.
Jesse Ray Gullings.
Yeah. So I flew him home for doing that, gave him $1,000 and paid for his flight. Then now it's in San Diego and she's in LA. I say, Nikki, I'm going to come up tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'll probably be there by high noon in Burbank to deliver you your car. Is that cool for you? She's like, yeah, it's cool with me. I'm like, okay. So the Derns are going to follow me up. I'm going to pay them to take me back. And I'll see you at noon. Please answer the phone. I got there at noon. We sat there on a fucking corner at Burbank, calling her off the hook, texting her off the hook. We waited till 5 at night till she finally answered. And I knew that she was looking at it because her friend Tina was texting me as she's talking to him saying, I'm talking to Nikki now. I'm like, oh, so she definitely has seen my text and missed calls. She wants to drive me bonkers. She wants to show the lawyer, I'm fucking here waiting and it's so embarrassing and you're an asshole and you're a rude, crude fucking, she wants that to be like, look, Laura, look how he treats me.
So then you gotta think one step ahead and outsmart her and not fall into it.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore, but if you scroll up and read the rest, it's like, Nikki, I really miss you in Phoenix and I really need to talk to you and I would love to see Phoenix, but we have to talk about a matter of maybe selling the castle because I know you think Phoenix is going to have it when he's 18 and he probably will, but I want to talk to you before this happens because I know you're going to be mad at me. So call me up to see if it's a good idea. She don't care. I can honestly say I've been stabbed and I'm bleeding out. I have 10 minutes to live. Please call me. She would either not answer or say, yeah. Which boggles my mind
tough.
because she was never like that. We were so in love
Yeah.
for years. That more than
Do you think maybe like somebody got to her and maybe
it's
she's
called
working
her
with
brainwashing brother Warren and David Glass and I guess whoever. I don't even know who she hangs out with anymore, but they probably are like, don't answer the what does she call me, the abuser.
Oh God.
Her friends.
Okay.
Oh, the abuser's calling. You don't need this kind of stuff. I'm Phoenix's father, and he needs one, and he wants one, and I want him.
Well,
so
that's
when I
why-
FaceTime, this is why I got all mad at that Thai restaurant.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, talk about that.
We had such a blast at the barracks skating with Phoenix at the skate park, and then we went on Hollywood Boulevard with 8-year-old Isabel, and they were two peas in a pod. We're holding hands,
She
jumping
was
on the
mad
stars.
that y'all were a big happy family.
Yeah, and we're going, and 1, 2, 3, and jump. We're having a blast. I turn around, and she has a resting bitch face. I'm like, what's the problem? She's like, it's just one big fucking happy family. And I'm like, what's wrong with a happy family? What do you want to be, a miserable family? What's wrong with that?
Well, I mean, I think probably what's best is if y'all could at least learn to like, oh my God. Tolerate each other's presence, because at the end of the day, it's going to keep being an issue of being able to see Phoenix.
Yeah. So
it's like,
as we're FaceTiming, I'm in San Diego, she's in Burbank. I go, hey, Phoenix, when would you... First of all, I say, Nikki, it's all about Phoenix, right? Isn't it? It's our problem. It's all about the boy.
Yeah.
So she's like, yeah, that's correct. I'm like, so Phoenix, when would you like to see me? He's like, Daddy, I wish you'd get in the car right now and come as soon as possible. I'm like, well, I would love to do that, Phoenix, and I would if I could. Nikki, what do you think? I think we should wait at least 5 days. Hold it right there. I think. So it's about you. Well, he's only 5. What does he know? He knows that he wants to see his dad right away. That's what he knows.
well, And I'm sure
like, you're
he
making up his
does.
own fucking mind. That's why I freaked out at that Thai restaurant.
Well, we can't be doing that no more.
Well, I know.
But
That's why I have the shaman to teach me patience and fucking forgiveness and all that shit.
patience, forgiveness, and yeah, those are the two big ones. Breathing.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if y'all had it in the schedule, you wouldn't have to coordinate. It'd just be in the schedule. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every Wednesday at blah blah o'clock. And then that will allow Phoenix to look forward to know when he's gonna. But then you got to show up.
Yeah.
You can't skip.
I will show up instantly whenever a phone rings. If the phone rang now and said, get on the flight, you can see Phoenix.
Gotta go. Bye.
I love this interview, but I love Phoenix more. Goodbye.
Of course. Yeah, I would send you on your way. Definitely. That's what you should do. So I'm optimistic that you're going to be able to see Phoenix. Everything's going to be pleasant and beautiful, and we're going to all be one big happy family. That's what I'm going to push into the universe. So what other important things you want to cover?
I don't want to put blame on anybody, but honestly, with the Nikki bullshit, with my mom, my dad, and my brother thinking Castle Jazz and all that, the term driving somebody to drink is all them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, now you're going to blame it. Well, they're driving me to drink. It's the only thing that calms you the fuck down besides cigarettes.
Do you want to stop drinking? Is this a desire you have, or?
When I was a year and a half in rehab, so what's the class today? It's to teach you that alcohol's bad, it's not any good. Well, I already know that. Then what I have to do? Then you have to take another class to teach you that alcohol isn't very good and it's kind of pretty bad. Yeah, well, I already know that. So what are you going to do when you get out? Sip on a fucking White Claw.
So you don't want to stop drinking, and you're not going to stop until you want to stop.
I do, and that's that's another reason why I'm flying to LA tomorrow to talk to my buddy Warren Boyd, not Nikki's brother. His name is actually Warren Boyd from Wavelengths Treatment Center in Huntington.
Yes.
And also Lamar Odom is.
Would not be linking up with Lamar Odom. Well, I did the most basic of research. He's got a GoFundMe going on right this very second for one of those rehab Wavelengths.
Yeah. Well, I also.
Wait a second.
Well, I also
that
wanted to talk
Boyd?
to Betty Ford in Palm Springs as well, just
Betty
to hear them
Wyman?
out. Ford.
Oh, Ford, the hospital.
It's a treatment. Yeah.
You're gonna go to Betty Ford.
Huh? Well, I just want to hear him out, just to see. But I haven't been drinking as much as I used to. I'll sip on a couple of drinks, but never ever out of control. Never do shots. Never do hard shit.
What's helped you the most to not drink? Anything you've tried? I know none of it's been fully. You've said none of it really fully works.
Just like the shaman, or like reading or writing or keeping busy or skateboarding or just whatever.
This group therapy model is just I don't know. What do you think about it? Like sitting around saying I'm an alcoholic and now I'm going to talk about my whatever.
The whole AA thing, I just don't get.
And it works truly it does work for some people.
Obviously it does. But,
but
for me, I just don't get the point of telling old war stories. It's always like,
yeah, it's so true.
I've been 7 years sober now. And boy, let me tell you, 7 years ago, I used to do some dumb things. I used to black out and kick the door down and scream at my wife and boo-doo-doo. I don't need to hear your fucking war stories.
And that's what I fear is going to happen at the Betty Ford. It's just there with these people, and some of them awesome, wonderful, great people. Some of them it's going to work for them.
Like, where was everybody in 2013 when I was on a rock tour bus and everybody would wake up the fucking Adderall, cocaine, and booger sugar snoot snout left and right and whiskey and hot tea to wake up with? I was larried up by high noon.
Were you ever legitimately afraid of any of those stunts? Like you were scared something bad could happen, or were you just going wide open, didn't care?
Yeah, a whole lot of times. Yeah,
you were really general. Why'd you do it?
Because I don't know. It's like skateboarding. Like if you backlip a fucking 20-stair handrail, there's a very good chance you're gonna rack your nuts backwards and pop your head. But it's the love of skateboarding and the passion of it. It's just what you do.
I get that. But some of the stuff y'all were doing was shit and running down the street. What about that weird stuff though? Like swimming in the garbage and weird shit that they were doing. Like the Steve-O stunts basically.
There's a lot of stuff that I just don't find very funny. Like a guy wearing a thong with a wig with a nose on doing a tutu backflip in the fucking pool of piss with an ice skate on. It's
what was that about? Why were they even? But people were watching it. And people loved it for whatever weird reason.
Let's talk about Jackass 4. I mean,
let's please.
I had to have a lawsuit with Dick House and Paramount.
Here. You want it?
Yeah, and let's just say, because I had to sign something to say I can't say, let's just say I'm happy with the outcome. But Jackass 4, everybody's like, what the fuck? This is supposed to be a tribute to Ryan Dunn to get the band back together. Who the fuck is Jasper? And why is his dad eating a tarantula or some shit?
I thought you were making the Ryan
Like,
Dunn.
who are these new people? What the fuck is this?
It's very weird. And then they all went on podcasts and tried to promote it. And then, I don't know. It was weird the whole time.
Well, you could easily polish a turd because if you look at the timeline of a movie, it's 2 hours long. And let's say mediocre shit, bullshit, pretty good. They take the best shit in 30-second trailer and make it look awesome. They say that this is the best one yet. Boom, 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 boom. Jackass 4 coming out soon. Who's that? Like, it's just like best movie ever. And then maybe it says a little caption like, by fucking Brad Smith. Who the fuck
Yeah,
Brad?
someone's dad or whatever.
But when you're seeing it, best movie ever. And oh, wow, best movie ever. But if you look close, it's like, who's Brad Smith? And why did anybody could have said that?
That's right.
You know?
It's right. That's going on a lot lately. It's like this person said blah blah blah. It's like you look at it, it's like well that person
Tremaine's aunt from Pittsburgh could have said that.
probably was her, to be honest. If I had to put money on it, it could have been her, to be honest.
So now let's get to this.
Okay.
So I have so much frustration and anger buildup that the shaman flew in to teach me forgiveness and to chill. But man, it would be so nice to just. When I see Knoxville, well, and Tremaine, but Tremaine's too much of a pussy to do anything, and I know that. He filed a restraining order against me when I was in Florida, and he was 3,000 miles away. I said I was going to burn your house down on a text. I'm in treatment. I can't leave. How am I going to do that? Well, he filed a restraining order. What a pussy.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Official pussy. And then he made everybody on Jackass 4 sign a contract saying everybody could get messed with at any given time except me because I'm the director. So?
It was
I got to concentrate, make sure I say get hurt in action and get bitten by a shark poopy so you get 35 whoopee grand when they made 150 in the box office. $1
million.
Get hurt in action. All right, we got the shot now. Poopies doesn't have a fucking arm and I'm going to go buy a new house and collect all the money. And take all the credit of writing when.
So knowing what you know now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to take all my frustration because I see red. I want to get into a fucking boxing ring with Knoxville. Take off your fucking mittens.
Well, I don't think it's probably going to happen then, if that's how you're approaching the marketing.
I double dog dare you, Knoxville, because if you double dog dare you, he's going to do it. Well,
That part
I
might
triple dog dare you. Because if you think about all the things that he's done to me, I had to sign a contract, vulnerable in rehab, without a lawyer present or a manager. It was 20 pages long. They saw me not read it. They say, if you don't sign this, then you're not going to be in the movie and make your $5 million or whatever it usually is. And you have to pay 90 grand for this rehab for 90 days. And they put me in for Adderall that I was prescribed to for 13 years. They made me cut that off cold turkey. I basically slept for a month, and then alcohol. So Adderall and alcohol.
You basically slept for a month?
Yeah, because when you cut it off cold turkey.
Oh, Adderall. Yeah, I know. So when it was because they cut it off, not because they were giving you something that was making you sleep?
No. So when they cut me off, I didn't go to treatment yet because they made me chill at my house. I couldn't leave the state of Pennsylvania. That was part of the contract.
Right.
Which I live a mile from Delaware. It's tax-free. That's where I go grocery shopping.
And you were having a check-in with people on the FaceTime, Jed Wallace, I think?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, and he would just call you randomly.
Yeah, and one time I have to breathe on SoberLink, go to urgent care, piss test, and 4 times a day SoberLink. One time at 0001. It's like basically going like
you had a kombucha.
Like dipping your tongue in wine. They FaceTime me. What's in the background? I'm like, yeah, it's a kombucha. Oh, that sets it off. I'm like, I love kombucha. I can't have one of these. What the fuck?
Oh, you can't?
No.
Or you couldn't under that.
So I'm on more drugs in a treatment center So Adderall and alcohol I go in for. Then when I'm in, I'm on bupropion, propranolol, lithium, Latuda, Abilify, Seroquel, Trazodone, Tramadol, Zyprexa, Depakote, Contrave, gabapentin, metamorphin, naltrexone, Vyvanse, and it goes on and on.
Wait,
and on.
Vyvanse is actually pretty good.
Well,
if used as prescribed.
Well, all the side effects of all of them are basically hair loss, weight gain, stiff muscles, can't skate, erectile dysfunction. I can't even my own wife for months and months and months.
Okay.
And then suicidal tendencies. And I had them. And if I knew if I kept taking this shit, then I breached my contract and I'm not in the movie. So I stopped taking that shit. They said, you breached your contract. I'm like, right, what's the point of having $5 million when I'm 6 feet in the ground dead because of you motherfuckers? So
you thought that the regime that they had you on could potentially result in you losing your life.
Yeah. And then just the fact that, Knoxville and Dick House, those kids and fucking Tremaine, they all take the credit of Big Brother starting it.
They do.
Well, you use CKY
footage
1 and 2K to even create the pilot of Jackass before you even did Big Brother. And if you do the math, CKY has sold millions of copies.
Already.
If you look up how many Big Brother copies have sold, it probably might be 10 to 20,000. Whoopee.
I went back and looked at a couple of those covers recently, and that shit was weird. Big Brother magazine was very weird.
What?
On the covers? We'll put a few right here.
My Big Brother me straight up the ass. So I'm the biggest gay guy that ever lived because I've taken it up the tailpipe so many times. Just call me gay.
I probably wouldn't.
Speaking of that, is this shirt gayer than a lime green parakeet? Or
no, I think it's cute. I love this look. This is a look.
Lake of pink fish with this thing, no?
A pink fish?
Gayer than a lake of pink fish? No?
Oh, that would be a pretty lake. Louisiana has a pink dolphin.
So with the pills and me fucking basically having suicidal thoughts, which I really did have because of Knoxville and Tremaine, and fucking taking my credits and claiming it as your own of my ideas and just fucking me on Jackass 4 to the fullest extent. And then finally, I had bone spurs in my feet when I was probably maybe 30. I don't know the math, but it was lumps in my feet, like calcium deposits, a lot of them.
And it
like
took away your ability to skateboard, you said.
And it didn't really hurt to walk or run. It just hurt to jump down shit, which that's my skateboarding career. $20 million contract with fucking Element. So, and much, much more sponsors. But anyway, I was like, how did I get these? What did I do? How can I randomly get there? 3 years goes by. I'm doing flicking channels, and a rerun of Viva La Bam comes on, and it's the Knoxville Bam.
Yeah, we had it on the last episode.
So at 6 a.m., Dunn revs his motorcycle in my house. I'm like, and I'm sleeping. So I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I run out to see what it is, open up the door, and I step on all these fucking tacks. I'm like, ah.
And it was Johnny Knoxville.
I look at it, and I look at all the tacks. I hit pause. I go, bone spur, bone spur, bone spur. That motherfucker ruined my money makers.
Yeah.
So get into a ring with me. Let's fucking go.
You mentioned that last time.
Sayonara.
Ring only.
Love you.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. See you guys. Rock and roll.
Wait, what?
I gotta get to Los Angeles.
Wait, we have to take a picture.
No, I'm just kidding.
What the hell?
But I gotta smoke it.
Want to take a break?
Well, I think
that's it.
Yeah, I think we covered it.
Yeah, I think you did get everything.
Because last time I did an interview with Lima, talking about everything, I started hyperventilating and I had a seizure. So I don't want that to happen again.
An interview with me?
No, with Lima.
When did you have an interview with Lima?
I did it a long time ago. But talking about everything got me so frustrated that I was like, and I couldn't breathe right, thinking about all the